Hello, son. Did you finish your homework? Oh no, not yet, Dad. I'm not feeling very good. Typical. What? Nothing, son. You work hard in school. Your mother and I are very proud of you. Oh, thanks, Dad. That means a lot to me. Psych! You stupid. You're so dumb. I can't believe you came from my loins, and your mother cried when you were born. Yeah, childbirth is excruciating. Wrong. She cried because of how dumb you are. You came out and couldn't even say a single word. What? And it took you 6 months to figure out how to walk. That's actually very quick for a baby. Back in my day, we walked out of the womb with a resume in hand. I'm sorry, Dad. I'll try harder. And cut. Wait, what is this? Great job, son. That'll get at least 100,000 likes. Whew, this was just for a video. You don't actually think I'm stupid. Oh, son, what? Of course I still think you're stupid. High five. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. Not really. And here we are again talking about things that I found on the internet that made me go, so that you can also go, with me. Commentary. I have nothing else to add to this intro. We're talking about this guy.
I was snooping around my 11-year-old son's bedroom, and I found the Father's Day card that he got me. This is what he wrote. Having an awesome dad takes a little bit of luck, but I guess I lost the lottery. Because as a father, you really suck. How am I supposed to react when he gives this to me?
This video popped up for me like end of last week, and I was a little confused on why this man's automatic response to finding out his kid doesn't like him was to film a video and show a ton of people, share with hundreds of thousands of people online, or repair relationship with son. But then I realized, just like Shane Dawson's empathy,
I'm an empath, right?
It's all fake. This guy makes TikToks with his son where the recurring theme is that his son hates him and the dad just does things that kind of warrant that.
Tonight, my 11-year-old son got an award from his school for high academic achievement. Well, here's what I think of that.
No kid of mine is gonna get an academic achievement. Hold on.
Pay some bills around here, then maybe I'll be impressed.
Seriously, Dad? What's wrong with you?
You know what, honey? That wasn't even funny.
I love how he says he'll only be impressed once the kid gets a job, as if getting academic achievements isn't like a step in that direction. You finished making my smoothie yet? No, hang on, I just have to blend up the fruit. What? What do you mean what? I have to blend the smoothie. No, just give me the smoothie and then I'll be impressed. Okay, blending the fruit is an essential step in making a smoothie, Jeremy. Just give me the smoothie now, like it is. This is just fruit. This is raw fruit. Your mother was right. I should have married your brother.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Dad, I'm not in the mood for your crap right now. Just take me to school.
Okay.
Is the joke here that he's not really happy, or? Because I just feel bad. Look at him. He's too good of an actor for this. I feel bad, even though I know that they rehearsed these beforehand. I think the joke is supposed to be just that the dad annoys the shit out of him, but it's missing the part where it, how do I say, doesn't make me sad. I think it's just the wrong emotion. Like if his son was angry, it might be more comical, but he's just sitting in the passenger seat like,
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
My 11-year-old son has a 13-year-old girl over swimming. On a scale of 1 to 10, how worried should I be? Like -1,000? They're just hanging out. Why do straight people do this? Or they do the thing where they're like, ooh, is that your boyfriend or girlfriend? No matter how old the kid is. Please stop. You're just making your sons think they can't have platonic relationships with girls. Also, I don't understand why he starts almost every video by saying his son's age. Like we're gonna forget it.
I was driving my 11-year-old son home from lacrosse. My 11-year-old son saved up a bunch of money. Today I took my 11-year-old son. Today's the last day of school for my 11-year-old son. My 11-year-old son, I told my 11-year-old son.
I'm trying to think of any other situation where that would make sense. This is my 59-year-old mother. Hello. This is my 33-year-old brother.
Hi.
And over there is my 45-year-old aunt. Hey, it's great to meet everyone, but you really don't need to tell me how many years old everyone is. Oh, sorry. Okay. This is my 576-month-old uncle. How's it going?
I am such a narcissist that every morning when I wake up my 11-year-old son, I always call him stupid and worthless, so that when he's talking to his therapist as an adult, will always be about me.
I also plan to berate my kids in the mornings so that they have to attend therapy because of me. Holy shit. Okay, I just realized I already made my notes for this video, but I just realized that what he's doing, because he's doing like dad jokes, right? Like this narcissist joke, that is kind of a dad joke, and I think I've heard it somewhere else before. What the fuck am I talking about? He's doing that, which is, when you read that, and it's all faceless, right? When you read that, you don't really think anything of it. They don't have any kind of impact. I think the problem is that his son is actually a person, like he has a face. So whenever he's making these jokes, we're imagining his son, so these jokes sort of seem worse.
My 11-year-old son is always in a bad mood in the morning. Every morning when I wake up my 11-year-old son, I always call him stupid.
I wonder why. I saw the background in this video and was wondering why he had so many different media platforms framed on the wall. And then I realized that he's a media professor at a college.
This is my classroom, a television studio. Here are some of my students. Wave. All right, like you're not afraid.
I'm so glad I'm not in college right now. You know how you laugh at a professor's joke even if it's bad because you want them to like you? I used to do that. Actually, I didn't want them to like me. It's more that like in my very logical brain, I was like, if I ever get an F in this class, then the professor will be like, hey, you're that kid who laughed at my joke like 2 months ago, right? Don't worry about this. The F, no, I'm gonna round it up to an A. I can't imagine how much worse it is now, because now instead of doing those jokes where it's just like X and X walked into a bar, you'd think they would have seen it. Instead of that, they can come in and they can be like, hey, I have 2 million TikTok followers, and then they show you videos of them just doing dances to that chicken song that gives me nightmares.
My 10-year-old son recently asked me, Dad, how do I know when I'm in love? And I said, well, it's actually pretty simple. One day, you're gonna meet a very special person. And at some point, that person is going to reach into your chest and rip out your heart. And then they're gonna go to the garage and they're gonna get a can of gasoline and they're gonna come back with that gasoline and they're gonna douse your heart with gasoline and then they're gonna take out a match and they're gonna light that heart on fire, and you're gonna sit there and you're gonna watch it burn into a crisp. And that's how you know you're in love.
He was just asking an innocent question. Dad, how do you know if you're in love? Well, my very young son, you will feel the worst you've ever felt. You'll never feel any kind of joy ever again. Every second of your existence will feel like a punishment, and in the end, they'll probably leave you anyway. So, I don't think I want to be in love. Oh no, son, you don't have anything to worry about. No. No one would ever love you. Stupid fucking kid. Oh, I get it. Him punching his son is the punchline. No, but really, what is this? Because I get it's supposed to be edgy humor, but I still don't think it's good. It kind of seems like he started making these videos for fun with his son and then started getting comments from people accusing him of being abusive because it's TikTok. And now he's just leaning into it really hard.
My son is so stupid. I've been trying to teach him how to fold his own laundry for years. And every time I show him, he screws it up. So then I have to end up folding all of his laundry for him. You are a moron.
This one isn't really funny to me either. I'm not the only one who thinks that either. There will be other comments like, I don't think this is funny. And he'll always say something along the lines of, it's just a joke. And yeah, but just because you say something is a joke doesn't mean that people have to find it funny. Like, I get he's playing a character where he's a horrible father, but that character on its own isn't inherently funny. That's like if every time Dwight from The Office messed with Jim just acted really melancholy. Like, those characters are funny, but it takes other people causing stuff and reacting to them to make it that way. The character is made funny by how it interacts with those situations and the people around it. And the situation / people around this character isn't funny because it's just your son being reasonably sad while you call him stupid for not being able to do laundry. I'm sorry you didn't pick up on my sarcasm and irony. Yes, exactly. You can do or say whatever you want as long as you're being sarcastic. Welcome to the bank. How can I help you today? Hi, yeah, you can help me by putting all the money behind the counter into this pillowcase. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. I was just being silly. Very funny, sir. How can I actually help you today? I have a weapon. Right, okay. Give me the money behind the counter. I'm so sorry. God, you're so gullible. I'm still kidding. I'm not gullible. That's a very real thing that happens here. No, I mean, I was kidding about the money behind the counter. I want the money in the vault, too. Right, okay. Police, freeze! You called the cops? Yes. Are you still joking, or? Yeah. Sorry you can't pick up on my sarcasm. Thanks for nothing. Are you okay? Do I look okay? Rebecca. I'm obviously not an expert on these people and have no idea what their relationship is like in real life, but it seems to be good. He'll post bloopers of these and the kid seems like he's enjoying it. I do think some of the jokes are unnecessary. It's definitely an interesting choice though, to make content where you pretend your kid hates you, especially since he's gonna be a teenager pretty soon and then you won't have to pretend anymore. As always, y'all feel free to let me know what you think in the comments, but I am gonna call it there. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to A Twinge of Cringe. My name is ChadChad. And one of the hardest things about being a Chad is that literally everyone wants to date me. You want to date me, your mom wants to date me, I want to date me. But that's too bad because your dating skills are only here and I'm a high level Chad all the way up here. It's okay though because I found a dude that can help you. And he has a TikTok account and a podcast. And if you don't know what that means, it means everything he says is true.
What does it mean if a girl has no hookups in her Tinder bio? And the answer is, it means absolutely jack.
It's been a while since we watched this kind of content, so it's really important that we remember the alpha dating coach motto, which is don't listen to women and what they say they want. They don't know what they're talking about. Listen to men who are not in committed relationships and have more empty alcohol bottles than a Delta Chi house.
Look at that, you almost finished your glass of wine.
I am, yeah.
You'll have another one.
Okay.
Another perfect.
Okay, let's go.
How do you script an interaction and it still be awkward? It's a good idea in general not to lunge at women. I couldn't tell if he was going in for a whisper or to perform one of those assassin neck crunch things.
Another perfect.
Okay, let's go.
I don't get why they didn't just do another take where they're not interrupting each other. This doesn't really exude confidence. So looks like you're almost done with that wine. Oh yeah, I was just about to finish. I know where you can get more wine. Sorry, what? I said I'm really sorry. The music it's really loud. Do you want to go back to my place? I guess, sure. I mean, I still can't. And that is how you get laid, fellas. Is he talking to us? What did he say? Who is that guy? I said that's how you get laid. I also hate these seats. Just look at how weird these seats are. So weird. The only seat I like is SeatGeek. This video is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you haven't heard of them, SeatGeek is a ticketing app that makes buying tickets super easy, whether it's for sports, festivals, or concerts. They take tickets from all over the web and put them here in one spot to make it way faster and a lot more efficient to find the best deals. I have the app here on my phone and it's very simple as far as how to use. You just choose the concert that you want to go to, which for me is Lady Gaga, obviously. And then you just want to look for the green dots because green means good, buy that ticket, and red means stop, bad deal, don't do this. And then that's it, you're off to see Lady Gaga in person. And of course, if you want to check them out, I have code ChadChad to get $20 off your tickets at SeatGeek. So that's $20 off your first purchase with code ChadChad. And be sure to click the link in the description to download the app. Thank you to SeatGeek for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video.
Oh, excuse me.
Hi.
I saw you walking. I thought you were really cute. I want to meet you real quick. Alex, pleasure.
Or you could do option 4 where you don't approach women who are walking alone in empty hallways. Wait, what's this? It's 2 a.m. and the hallway is completely empty and there are no people or cameras and it's very scary? Allow me to introduce myself.
I saw you walking. I thought you were really cute. I want to meet you real quick.
Why would your opening line be, I saw you walking? Like, I'm sure you probably did because that's literally what she's doing. Is the tip to just make a general observation about what they're doing and then use that as the pickup line? Because it sounds accusing almost. Hey, excuse me, I just saw you were walking and Don't fucking do that.
This has got to be one of the funniest and most creative bios I've seen in a while. Females, I'm looking for a woman who will make me. And then it's M, make me dinner. A, appreciate the things I do for you. K, kiss me. E, eager to ask about a day. M, marry me. E, endlessly love me. C, capture my heart. U, make death do us part. M, make me.
Don't do this. If the word is anywhere on your profile, you should be banned from dating apps for life. And why do all of these requirements end with me? I know it's online dating, but aren't you supposed to give a preview of yourself and what you're like rather than how you want women to serve you? I mean, I guess in this instance it works because the preview is that you spent hours making an acronym about.
This is a pretty perfect bio.
This is a perfect bio. How could we miss this, guys? The secret to getting ladies is talking about our It was right under our noses all this time. This is a dating and self-improvement channel, by the way. I have this really bad habit that I would like to get rid of. I see. Okay, what is it? Yeah, so I just can't stop talking about my Have you tried talking about your more? You're a genius. What can I say? You've come to the right place.
How to playfully ask a girl that you're talking to from a dating app if she's actually overweight. So this is a text that's pretty funny. So talking to this chick, making logistics. Awesome. All your pics are headshots. You aren't a secret fatty, are you?
Hold on, let me retitle this for you. How to be a fat phobic pole.
Playfully.
Playfully.
Now, it may sound a little crude, but it's also fairly amusing. Generally speaking, you get good reactions. Oh, geez, now that's a question.
Oh, geez, now that's a question. So you wrote this. There's no way that you aren't chatting with yourself right now. I swear he just has 2 accounts where he can make these example conversations go down exactly how he wants in totally unrealistic ways. Because there's no way that this interaction ended with him getting her number.
Sound a little crude, but it's also fairly amusing. Generally speaking, you get good reactions.
Of course you will, because you're texting yourself.
What to do if the girl doesn't drink? So my general go-to is to invite a girl straight to my place for a bottle of wine or to meet her at a bar nearby. And again, I'm not a big fan of drinking either.
He's not a big fan of drinking.
I'm not a big fan of drinking either. So in that situation, my approach is simple. I just say, okay, cool. Why don't we go for a walk first, and then afterwards you can come up for some tea, or you can just invite her straight for tea or coffee anyway. So it's basically the same thing, but you replace alcohol with something that she can have, like tea or coffee.
Guys, if she doesn't drink alcohol, you should just like give her something else to drink. Maybe, I don't know. Subscribe for more tips on how to do obvious. So what should you do if you go on a date with a chick and she doesn't like chicken tenders? Now, I'm not a huge fan of chicken tenders myself, so what I usually do is offer her some steak. You could do grilled chicken, filet, I think is a meat, salmon, ground beef, turkey, salami. How long is this seminar? 2 hours.
Hey, so what do you do for work?
I work in finance.
Oh, do you like it?
It's okay, I guess.
Have you been doing it for a while?
Yeah.
Oh, is it hard to get a job in finance?
I mean, not really.
Do you think I could do it?
I mean, do you like finance?
No, not really.
I like how the bad example is him showing interest in her career. Don't ask questions. Questions make you look weak.
I work in finance.
Oh, cool. So you're like one of those badass Wall Street guys?
You can say that, yes.
Oh, cool. I'm a male stripper. So it's very similar to your job. You know, you take money off people, I take clothes off people.
You don't want her to think you actually give a shit about her interests. Do this instead. Are you Leonardo DiCaprio? I guess you could say that. Well, I'm a male stripper.
I teach men how to get laid on TikTok.
Do you really? Are you?
Why would I offer you?
He moves so fast and it's too jarring. He also cups her ear, like squeezes her ear as part of his seduction. It's like he stuck his hand out there without thinking about it first. Oh God, why did I do this? Do I brush her hair? I could touch her cheek or
Is it beta to show your emotions around women? So the red pillars say absolutely not. It's super beta, never show emotion. And you know, a lot of the feminists or blue pillars say, oh, women love a guy who's super sensitive, so of course.
So fellas, alphas say that it's beta to show emotions in front of women, but women say that women don't mind it and they actually prefer men who can regulate their emotions. Who do we believe?
I think again, the truth here is somewhere in the middle. You don't want to be the guy that's very emotional, that's always reacting to everything, that's kind of crying, or just comes off as anything resembling a little.
Or we could stop acting like emotions are gendered and accept that some people are more emotional than others. Oh my God, Tyler, what's wrong? My mom just died in a house fire. No, I mean, why are you having a pink emotion right now? What? Crying is a pink girly emotion and you're a guy, so you're only allowed to have blue boy ones, like unbridled rage. Is that a Molotov cocktail in your hand? No? You killed my mom. See, there you go.
I'm like, how about later tonight around 11? We could just hang out and drink wine. I don't meet new people after 8 p.m., baby. I'm like, whoa, why's that? Too dark. I'm like, you do realize they have lights, right?
She doesn't mean there aren't fucking lights. She means going on dates with men that you don't know is scary and you have to meet in a public, well-lit, open space for your own safety. Is he just imagining a woman who doesn't know what lights are? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no, silly. I'm a light. Oh. And Jesus Christ.
Talking to this girl, I'm like, what evenings are you free? She's like, this whole week coming up, I have job interviews, so probably the week after. I'm just really desperate with finding a job. Oh, good. Actually, according to a recent study, they found that
the dirty and squirty
increased the prospect chance of getting a job by 69%.
Yeah, I've just been really struggling to find a job so I can like support myself, and it's been a really rough time. Yeah, anyway, do you want to bang?
And she's like, maybe we should have some. So you can see this text is pretty effective.
It's not a Pokemon battle. This is a serious conversation between you and yourself. In this one, he's actually rating another guy's Tinder profile, so I'm sure he'll give him some good tips on how to be more appealing, but in a way that wouldn't be damaging to his self-esteem.
This guy's gonna get a grand total of 0 matches. So this is the profile you don't want to have. Again, way too nice guy. This guy needs to grow out some facial hair, put on some muscle, take off the glasses, take off the hat, get better style, and stop smiling so damn much in every photo.
Oh, okay. So he just has to change everything about himself. Your hair just needs to stop being like that, and your eyes are also weird, and that dog is ugly. Get rid of it.
Put on some muscle, take off the glasses, take off the hat.
He can't just get rid of his glasses. Like, people don't just wear those for no reason.
And stop smiling so damn much in every photo.
Also, imagine thinking that smiling in pictures is going to get you less dates. And I also have a dog. His name is Charlie. Here he is. Aw, I hate dogs. Why are you wearing glasses? Oh, to help me see? They're hideous. Throw them in the trash. Excuse me? You look fucking weird. Okay, I'm leaving. It's because I smile too much, isn't it?
The power of persistence. So nowadays, girls have a lot of options. So what you want to do is you want to be persistent without being needy. Say, cute, I almost don't want to ruin you. No response. Cute, I almost don't want to ruin you. Once again, no response. Okay, fine, ruin each other. No response. And a few days, a week later.
So if someone, not just women, anyone, does not respond to 4 text messages over the span of several weeks, they definitely want you. They are so into you. You should keep texting them. He also has a YouTube channel where he invites triggered feminists to engage with him in very productive debates.
You just said I was passive aggressive. You need to now tell me how you think I'm being passive aggressive.
Like, just in that statement, like, your whole attitude is very passive aggressive. Like, you're not directly yelling at me or cursing at me, but it's very much, it's like a passive form of aggressiveness. I don't know how to put it plainly than that.
Even though it's just a trap for him to be able to call women crazy and passive aggressive in the thumbnails and get more clicks. So I'm gonna be proactive and say I will not be participating in that. Thank you, even though it sounds very appealing.
I mean, I think there's a reason the whole chat is saying, why is this chick being so passive aggressive?
But I am a kind, gentle-hearted woman, and I want to make things easier for him. So we'll just skip that part, and I'll go straight to posing for his thumbnail. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey, 115. This is our room. Looks like there's only one bed. Oh, there's another bed right there, actually. It's okay, I'll take the floor. I mean, if you want, but like I said, there's one right there. You know, when your mother hired me to be your bodyguard, actually you're supposed to be more like a travel companion who sometimes does errands for me, like picking up my dry cleaning, which you didn't do today. I couldn't stand you. Ouch, okay? But now I can't stop thinking about you. Kinda wish you'd channel some of that thinking into my dry cleaning. I guess I'm wondering if there's any chance you feel the same way. If I say yes, will you go pick up my dry cleaning? Yes. Okay, then yes. Yes. Hey guys, and welcome back to... My name is ChadChad. Not really. And the hair is red now. If you don't like it, you're gonna have to take it up with the Chadlings. They made that decision, not me. And then go follow me on Instagram so that you can vote when I inevitably am about to make an impulsive decision to do with my appearance. I wanna talk about POV TikTokers again because I can't seem to avoid them. That's probably because every POV TikToker page I find always has millions and millions of followers. For someone who spends so much time on TikTok, you'd think I'd be used to seeing POVs of people falling in love with their bodyguard. But I'm not. By the way, who started the bodyguard thing? Why is that the new, like, mafia boyfriend? Bodyguards have shifts. You would need more than one. They have to switch out. And why can you only afford one hotel room that happens to have one bed in it? If you can afford a bodyguard, you can afford 2 hotel rooms, okay?
Are you okay? You seem a little off. Oh, okay. First of all, nothing to be embarrassed about. Totally natural. Second of all, let's get this jacket around that waist. Don't worry. It's my jacket, doesn't have cooties. Alright, I know I got a pad here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay. This is for you. If you want a tampon, go to the nurse's office. She's got plenty. You're gonna be wanting these. Tylenol ibuprofen. It helps with the cramps. And, yep. New shorts. They might be a little big on you, and if they are, don't worry. You can take my jacket home. Just bring it to me tomorrow. Okay? You're gonna be fine.
So, you had an idea and you were like, this is a good one. So you came up with what you were gonna say.
Let's get this jacket around that waist.
Filmed it, watched it back, probably a lot more than one time. And at no point did it cross your mind to be like, maybe I shouldn't smirk or wink at the hypothetical student I'm talking to in this. The confidence it takes to watch this back and have 0 second thoughts is substantial. This video makes him seem like kind of a savior, like he's doing this person a huge favor when it's just the bare minimum, really. Like if a woman made this TikTok, everybody would be like, yeah? And? Yeah, I'm okay with touching an unused pad or tampon, and I'm not totally repulsed by periods. I'm just not like other guys.
Let's get this jacket around that waist. Don't worry, it's my jacket, doesn't have cooties.
And the jacket comment, where did that come from? Here, use my jacket to cover the stain. Great, thank you. Don't worry, it doesn't have cooties or anything. No weird germs. It's perfectly clean. Well, I wasn't thinking that. Oh yeah, this is another one I keep seeing. POV, a father tests your love for his son. I don't know how comfortable I would be, personally, with the knowledge that my son-in-law or daughter-in-law was willing to shoot me at any given moment. I feel like it might add some tension to the next few Thanksgiving dinners. Hey, remember that time I made a joke about you killing me to prove that you love my son and you were actually gonna do it? Yeah, that was pretty funny. Yeah, it was. I laugh about it a lot. Can you pass the mashed potatoes, please? Yeah, sure. If you prove you love them. What? Prove you love the mashed potatoes. Are you serious? Right now, what is your obsession with this? Take this knife and kill those mashed potatoes. Why is that the deciding factor though? Like, where is that gonna be helpful at all? Why can't it be something more tame? Like, how many hours would you listen to my son talk about seasonal content on Destiny 2 before you lose your goddamn mind? This is the Up soundtrack, so it's really sad. Imagine it in your head because of copyright, okay? When I saw this, I was confused because I thought the car hit her and that's why she was screaming. All right, did you get your pillow? Yes, Dad. What about your sleeping bag? Dad, I've got it. I'm gonna be fine. I know, I'm sorry. It's just my baby's first camping trip without me. Where does the time go? Dad, don't get all mushy. You're right. I'm sorry. Bye, honey. Have fun. Bye, Dad. Oh, stay out of...
I got hit by a car.
Sorry, I didn't
Dad.
see you. Please don't sue me.
What? Are you gonna call an ambulance?
Oh my God.
Hey, oops, sorry, did not mean to interrupt. Hello, young lady. Nice to have a pretty thing like you around here. Anyways, wanted to tell you that I'm gonna take your mom out. We're gonna get dinner for like 4 hours, so you know, do your little thing. Left money on the table, order whatever you want. Welcome again. All right, you guys have your fun. Okay. Oh no, act like I ain't even here. Just have your fun.
Hey Siri, what year is it?
2021.
Thank you. Just needed confirmation.
JK, it's 1934. White women have been allowed to vote for just over 10 years. Black women and other women of color will have to fight for another 31 to vote. Since a woman's only function in society is to marry and have children, losing her virginity before marriage is comparable to losing her worth as a human being, and therefore must be protected by her father. This gross tradition will be carried on by future generations and evolve into a cutesy trend where men joke about not letting their daughters have sex or be alone with a male partner. Men will probably still do whatever they want though. By the way, you're running low on laundry detergent.
Hey Siri.
Yes, Chad?
Order more laundry detergent, please.
I'm sorry, Chad. I need a man's permission to make any purchase over $5.
Of course, because it's
1934.
1934, right.
Yes, correct, you dumbass.
So he just shoots them. I can't say I'm surprised. Most of these POVs either end with misogyny or someone dying. I don't understand though. POV, one of the parents hit on my wife. Which parents? Like, are you at a PTA meeting or do you mean your parents? Because I can't decide which one is worse. Why is she so nonchalant about what just happened? Honey, these are my moms. This is Abby, my girlfriend. It's nice to meet you. Abby, that is such a lovely name. I guess it had to match the rest of you, huh? Did you just shoot your mother? Oh well.
Back the up. When did this become a whorehouse?
Can someone please tell me why these are a staple in POV TikToker content? Every page, without fail. Remember ladies, don't cuddle your boyfriend because that makes you a whore. But ChadChad, it's not sexist, okay? It's not because it's his daughter, it's his child. He would do the same thing if it was his son. He's just trying to protect his child.
Take the rubber off. Meat to meat. Meat to meat. Meat to meat.
That's the same page. I don't think I could find a better example of a double standard, but it's just a really funny, super silly, goofy, funny joke, guys. Super silly. I love TikTok. It's almost like these guys have to fill out a questionnaire or attend the same seminar before they're allowed to make POV TikToks. Welcome everyone, and thank you for attending our mandatory course. A closed notes exam will be passed out once our discussion here has concluded. So, any questions to start us off? Yes. Yeah, my name's Chad. When you say closed notes, does that mean that I can't look at the answers of this guy sitting next to me? No, that's cheating and has never been allowed. Yes, you. Yeah, can I, instead of taking the exam, can I make a POV of me taking the exam? Will you be smirking and winking in a way that would make no sense in that scenario? Yeah, then yes. First discussion point. You have a son who has multiple STDs and a new girlfriend every week because of his emotional immaturity and inability to recognize that he's the only common denominator in his failed relationships, which he always recounts with, I don't know, man, she was just crazy. How do you react? Nice. He's such a good kid. I'm so proud of my son. He's incredible. I look up to him. New girl every week. My, how he's grown. Interesting. All right. Next discussion point. Your daughter is in a healthy, long-term relationship, and you walk in on her and her boyfriend cuddling on the couch.
God, no. What? No. God, no. What? Please.
Did you say?
How could she do this to me? My daughter is a fucking slut.
All right, I've had enough of these. You're welcome. This is typically where people would do an ad read, but I'm still a baby YouTuber. So thank you to you for sponsoring this video by watching it and interacting with it. And if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.
Are we almost there yet? This is why we don't show ourselves in the sunlight. There is so much sun around. Without having to walk like 8,000 miles, people would know we're different. You literally one-punch manned a moving vehicle. This is what I am. It's like diamonds. Or honey. I mean, diamonds, sure, but I don't know if it looks like. This video is sponsored by Honey.
Honey is the #1 shopping tool in America that automatically searches the internet for promo codes and discounts so that you don't have to. Instead, you can spend that time rewatching the Twilight series and reminiscing about when your biggest problem in life was Jacob cutting his hair. Because why did you do that, Stephanie? Why? When available, Honey finds discounts of 18% on average. For example, if I wanted to buy this Edward doll, which I do, I really do, 18% off the current listing price would save you over $15. One of my favorite things about Honey is that if there isn't a big enough discount available, you can add the item to your list and they'll notify you if there's a price drop. All you have to do is click Add to Drop List and wait for Honey to do all the work. And I will wait for you, Edward. I will. But Twilight-related treasures aren't the only thing Honey can save you money on. Honey can be used on most of the sites you're probably already using for clothes, shoes, and even video games. So you can enjoy free savings and get that little boost of serotonin from watching the price go down, courtesy of Honey. It only takes a few clicks to add Honey to your browser. Use the link in my description, joinhoney.com/ChadChad, click Add Extension, then wham bam, thank you ma'am, you have access to the internet's most convenient shopping assistant.
Thank you for listening, and thank you to Honey for sponsoring this video. You better hang on tight, Spider Monkey.
Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. Not really. And I was not allowed to watch Twilight when it came out. Did this lead to a deep obsession with the entire franchise due to my unhealthily curious mind? No, why would you think that it did that? Because it didn't. I'm not saying that Twilight is at the root of every modern day vampire obsession. I'm just saying that it probably is, because you can't tell me that the period where middle schoolers were drawing bite marks on their neck and pretending their Minute Maid fruit punch was blood didn't cause just a little bit of a shift in our timeline. Rule #1 of TikTok vampires: if your girlfriend has injured herself, do not show concern at all. Oh, also smirk. That's not just like vampire TikToks, that's just TikTok in general.
Smirk at everything.
Girlfriend breaking up with you, failing a class, parents in the hospital. Sadly though. So I'm not sure if his girlfriend is aware of his vampire-ness. Vampiricalness. Good. I'm glad we did that. If she is, does she want him to kill her? Or because she has to know how this stuff works, right? Hello, my vampire boyfriend who has an animalistic reaction to blood that will probably lead to you killing me. Look at this cut on my stomach. It has blood. I've taken note of the blood on your stomach and you are correct. I will now be killing you. As long as your smirk is the last thing I look upon, I die a contented woman. Not to nitpick, but I will, because that's kind of my job and I wouldn't have content otherwise. But if you're a vampire and you only consume people for food, would you not eventually learn how to have manners about it? Like, this is the equivalent of us regular people shoving hot Takis into our mouth, rubbing Taki dust all over our face and our chin, and then just going to English class. Hey Chad, you've got a little, what's up on your, yeah, you've got Taki dust just all over your face. Taki. Still? Oh. What is that? What's that smell? It's like morning breath and damp armpits.
It's delicious.
Who let a human enroll in an all-monster school anyway? What asshole was responsible for that?
So, Deborah, you'll be attending a new school. It has great amenities. It has a pool, a nationally recognized sports team, all for the very low cost of your entire life. What was that last part? Nationally recognized sports team? No, the last part. Oh, well, it'll probably be the genitals. Yeah, I've heard they like to save those for last. Wait, I'm sorry. Phew, it's okay. It's kneecaps last, genitals first. Deborah?
Hey, baby, I thought you were waiting downstairs for me. This? Oh, it was nothing. I was just, shaving, obviously, you know. Happens all the time, right?
No, I don't think it does. I don't personally shave my face, but if I did, I like to think I'd look at this as a negative outcome. You want to know how I got these scars? Pure incompetence.
So I'm ready for a date now. Just watch this cut off.
cut, obviously. Am I a vampire? What? That's so stupid. I totally respect your opinion on everything.
Totally respect your opinion on everything, babe. Except this. Take notes, guys, because next time you cheat on your girl, this is how you get her off your back. No, I didn't sleep with Erica, obviously. We accidentally made love. Happens all the time. The text that said, can't wait to see you later, was metaphorical, okay? She metaphorically was gonna suck on these.
But, I mean, come on. That's vampires? Come on, what's next? Werewolves?
I would love a vampire movie to be made where the vampire just gaslights their love interest the entire time. Wait.
How did you get over to me?
I was standing right next to you, Bella.
You were next to your car.
No, I wasn't.
Do you mean to say the 104-year-old man who fell in love with a 17-year-old and refused to do the do with her unless they got married didn't have an airtight moral code? Who'da thunk it?
Is there a problem? Oh, that was me and my family. We were camping last night. Yeah, we were in the woods, yeah. Yeah, we were up pretty late. We were having a blast. I'll tell them to keep it down. Thank you. What did I tell you?
The person knocking on this door is one of the bravest souls alive. They heard screaming from the woods in the middle of the night, and they said, most people would call the cops, but not me. I'm gonna wait until the next morning and confront these people personally, because if there is one thing I hate about a possible murder happening, it's how it interferes with the neighborhood's sleep schedule.
I said if you're gonna bite their neck, keep them quiet. I don't care what you have to use, keep them quiet.
There's just something about a very loud HVAC that takes away from a person's attempt to seem dominant or intimidating. I don't care what you have to do, keep them quiet. What did they say?
Boss, I really can't hear you.
Boss,
I think it's getting louder, actually. Oh, great. You hurt their feelings.
They're crying
Don't
now.
cry.
No, it's okay. I am begging y'all to never stop putting yourselves in 6 times speed. This is the best thing I've seen in weeks. I will be starting a petition to have all romance movies follow this format. Miss Bennett, Mr. Darcy, I trust your family is in. Quiet, Mr. Darcy, and kiss me, you fool. Yeah, your teacher's a moron. Mortals being oblivious amuses me. That sounds like something a guy with the Joker as his profile picture would say, or someone parodying a guy with the Joker as his profile picture would say. We've come full circle. I don't know what's real anymore. Am I really here? Are you really there? Is my name really ChadChad?
Just don't know why I'm addicted.
I love how most of these portray vampires as these sexy, irresistible beings. I mean, of course they do, thanks to Stephanie and the Vampire Diaries. But it's particularly funny to me considering how the folklore of vampires probably started. Like, it was probably just a bunch of people in the olden days desperate for some food and vitamins, so they had to resort to sipping the old human fruit punch.
Mule, thou mother is dead. No, yes. Now fetch the salt. Please, let me at least say goodbye. Of course. Merciful God, Agatharius has died. Fetch the garlic. Betzius, thou knowest how deathly allergic I am to garlic. Cast it aside, I never wish to look upon it again. Forgive me, Lord Jacobius. Thy garlic hath killed Sir Meatsback. I decree garlic to be the most dangerous of vegetables. Jedediah Sariah, write that down. Of course, sir. And tell thy children and thy children's children of how evil garlic hath been to us. Immediately, sir. Shall we prepare Meatsback for dinner? How durst thou? His flesh hath been tainted by the garlic. I am the lowest of low, sir. By the garlic. Sir, Bethesmiel's mother and Agatharius. They live. It was just a quick bout of the plague, sir. Nothing we can't handle. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
I'm gonna call it there, guys. If you want to follow me on other stuff, that's my Instagram, that's my Twitter. I don't usually plug that stuff, but I'm close to getting 10,000 followers on Instagram, and then I have the feature where I can tell you to swipe up, which would make me feel important. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.
school, homework, detention, swirlies. There are lots of reasons why someone may not want to put their kids in a typical schooling environment, and there are lots of reasons why kids themselves hate school, especially if they live in the US. Maybe not the worst education system in the world, but we sure are gunning for it. With all those reasons, it can make sense that someone may want to try out alternative schooling methods, the most popular being probably online schooling, which is something that a lot of people became familiar with in 2020. With online assignments and Zoom classes, it makes pretending to do algebra while playing Animal Crossing much easier. Then of course you have homeschooling, where your parents get to decide whether you're a dumb kid with no friends or a smart kid with no friends. But recently I found out there's a third option.
So we don't teach our children anything. Everything that they learn is in response to either their interests or their questions. We have no curriculum, we have no school hours. We really just respond whenever they want to know something and do our best to make sure they really get it.
Free schooling or unschooling is like a branch of homeschooling minus the schooling. This website says it's an educational philosophy that relies on a kid's innate curiosity and desire to learn. In families that practice unschooling, students do not attend school and do not follow any set homeschool curriculum. So they typically don't have any courses. They just go about their day, and if the kid happens to ask a question like, hey, what's math? Then the parent would explain it and try to teach in the moment, which relies on the kid to ask really good, insightful questions all the time, which they usually do. Mom, why is my booger purple? Also, during which year did the French Revolution end? But she goes on to show us an example of the unschooling her son has been doing.
My son's 6, and it took some patience, and not comparing myself to other moms, but this is his book. Look at this. Lamp, egg, jar, lion. This is him doing this by himself.
So her son is 6 years old, and this is seemingly the first time he's ever written words down. All of the top comments are pointing out that this isn't very advanced for a 6-year-old, and I don't have a way to gauge whether it is or not, so I asked my mom, who homeschooled 5 kids. She said, well, there are way too many factors to consider. Are they a first child with a stay-at-home mom? Is their birthday at the end of the year? Then wrong there. That's the wrong there, Mom. Yeah, that looks about like I would expect a 6-year-old to write. That doesn't seem extraordinary. And then, of course, she closed it out with the smirking emoji because she thinks it's just a regular smiling emoji, and I am not going to explain to her why it's not. But regardless of skill level, I don't know that this can be called writing, not because of how it looks, but because she mentions he's been going around the house and copying these words down. So he can't write them from memory and probably doesn't know what they mean. He's just mimicking the lines of the letters. So this is more like drawing. She's also said that they teach in moments exactly like this. This is where they would educate while the kid is showing interest in the topic, but I don't think she did that.
This is him doing this by himself.
From what we can see, they didn't go into any more depth. There isn't any more writing aside from what he put there initially, so they didn't turn it into a lesson and have him practice. But they did stop to make a TikTok, so while he's not getting a proper education, at least his parents are using him to become social media influencers. Phew. My light just...
And my big fear about free schooling was that if my kids only went towards what they were interested in, saving all of their real estate only for things they're interested in, not cramming it with anything necessary, I was concerned that they would never be interested in things like reading and writing and math.
To counter this fear, have you tried teaching them reading and writing and math? It's really good for kids to learn at this age, and he clearly wants to. If you don't make an actual plan to educate them now, this is the level that they're gonna stay at. The motivation is only gonna decrease. Hey, Timmy, you wanna learn about the alphabet now? Egg. Timmy, it's not cute anymore. Egg. Timmy, you're 17. Egg. But something Timmy would want to learn about is today's sponsor. Timmy. This video is sponsored by Opera. Whenever I'm editing on a time crunch, I have a tab open for music, a tab open for sound effects, one for PNGs, one for pictures of Riz Apple, and then bam, suddenly I have 33 tabs open at the same time. Opera is a web browser that offers a variety of features, including context-based tab grouping that makes your tabs cuddled together and save space. So no matter how disorganized your mind is, Opera makes it look like you have things under control. I'm a big fan of their built-in ad blocker that you just toggle on or off, no extra steps or extensions required. It makes everything move more smoothly, and the sidebar feature is also great because you can control your music and check messages without having to open more tabs or close out of the browser. It's just all right there. You can even customize your Opera browser with their wallpapers. They've got animated ones, or you can add your own. And with their Aria feature, you can ask questions and get immediate answers from the web. It's also available in the sidebar, so always there if you need it. Or you can highlight text and it'll give you a quick description of the word or topic you're looking at. If you want to check it out, just use my link in the description and download Opera today. Thanks to Opera for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. She says he'll ask about math sometimes too.
Same with addition. Mom, what's 7 plus 5? It will come at the right time.
Why does she pause like this? The stare that she does is so scary. If my mom looked at me like this after I asked a math question, I would never ask one again. But maybe this is a one-off. Maybe she was just really excited, and typically she does turn questions like this into a teaching moment.
When you say that somebody's bad energy and you don't like them because they're bad energy, what you're really saying is that they remind you of yourself.
What if that was a teaching moment? What if they were about to ask what trigonometry is? While she doesn't push her kids to learn things like reading and writing, she does make sure to give lessons on the really essential things.
There was a god named Kronos, and he was so afraid that one of his babies was going to take over his kingdom that he said, every time one of my sons is born, I'm going to eat that. I'm gonna eat my own son.
Learning the ABCs? No, we're too busy learning about cannibalistic deities. It's more important, and Kronos is really cool. He kinda ate. Her child is asking questions here, but mostly because he doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
Why is he gonna eat his own son?
Because that's the nature of chronological or Kronos time.
Ma'am, this child is not learning anything from what you just said. Even if this kid understood what that answer meant, it wouldn't be an answer, because her answer was just, that's just the nature of chronological time. Just because it does, that's how it is. You can tell he's completely lost, but it doesn't matter because this lesson isn't for his benefit, it's for hers. More specifically, it's for her business's benefit because she promotes her book and website at the end of it. On that website, you can get some of her free audiobooks, or you can enroll in her school workshop for money. So she can teach, but only if you're a paying customer. Maybe your kids would be able to read if they weren't so broke. Oh, you want to count to 100? Why don't you put 100 big ones right here first? Let's start there. One of the key points in unschooling is that the kids learn life skills and not just scholarly ones. For example, how to cut vegetables.
I'm amazed. Technique, baby. Technique. Good job.
Is the point of this to prove that unschooling is effective here? Because to me it just proves that over the course of 4 years your child developed fine motor skills, and I don't think unschooling is responsible for that. If anything, they should be way better at this. If they're at home doing it all the time, they should be Zorro at this point. She's got a literal baby waving a knife around, and the only warning she's giving is in a sing-songy voice.
If you cut your finger wrong, na 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 na. So be careful, my baby.
This kid does not have the motor skills or the mental capacity to understand how dangerous this is, especially when she's acting like it's a silly thing happening. I'm gonna go in that door. Don't go in there. Whoa, why not? It's very dangerous. You will probably die. Your demise is imminent. Those seem kind of important though. While I was looking into this account, I stumbled onto another unschooling mom.
Day one of unschooling, and I've got my kids helping me to clean the car out. Teaching them hard work, taking care of the things that you love, that you need, and also cleaning the car clean.
Oh, so like chores. You're educating them by having them do regular house chores. You can't claim that cleaning the car and learning hard work is an acceptable replacement for actual curriculum. Cleaning and taking care of things is something that kids should be learning on top of their regular education, not instead of. This parent said she pulled her kids out of school to do this because she was unhappy with the public education system.
We have 52 days until I pull my child out of public school and start unschooling him. Lots of hands-on stuff to teach him these things, not just reading out of a fucking which is what's wrong with public school.
And while yes, there are a lot of things wrong with the public education system, I don't think that books in and of themselves are what's wrong with it. Books are usually pretty helpful, learning-wise. Not to be controversial, I don't know if she had maybe just a personal bad experience with books. You've got a lot of nerve showing up here.
It's been 5 years, just let it go.
Let it go? You stole my college application essay.
Not this again.
I didn't get into Yale because of you.
I was in a bind.
Give me my paper back. And again, none of these are actual lesson plans. This is just hanging out with your kid, which is important, but so is being able to read a ruler. Very weird hat. Or even knowing what a number 2 pencil is. Why do they call it a number 2 pencil? Why don't they just call it a poopy pencil? She also claims that going to the grocery store qualifies as an unschooling lesson.
Now they're gonna go grocery shopping with me, and we're gonna learn about reading labels. We're gonna learn about math and money. When you're buying groceries, you need to make sure that the quality of it is good. So turn it over. See the prices on them right here? You typically want to make sure that you pick the lowest price.
These are just regular life skills that you should be teaching your kid whether they're unschooling or not. And how many times can a trip to the grocery store count as school? Because after a few, they're probably good to go, right? And next we have Timothy, graduating with a bachelor's in putting things in the cart and a minor in not buying rotten strawberries. Thank you. They said I couldn't do it. F the haters. Look at me now. When explaining her unschooling plan, she said the main things she'll be focusing on are starting a garden, great, and that she's gonna be teaching them how to establish boundaries, you should be doing that already, and she's gonna teach them how to bake and cook, you should do that already, and also sports.
Also gonna be doing lots of sports, so he'll be in any sport, every sport that we can possibly think of, because we will now have time to do so.
Okay, so now that we've listed all the extracurriculars, what are you gonna teach them?
I'll be taking them to the aquarium and zoos and learning through life experiences.
Oh! They're gonna learn through life experiences, kind of like everyone else who is alive. The only references she makes to actual school subjects are like this.
Day 2 of unschooling, and we're at the park learning how to have fun. But before you get your panties in a wad, listen. Yes, we're going to be doing reading and writing and math and maybe science, but it's not going to look the same as traditional public school. It's going to be different.
These are just things that you should have mapped out before pulling your kids out of school. I never do anything for my kids without a plan, and I have 2 billion of them, and I make sure each and every one of them has a bed made out of galvanized steel with eco-friendly wood and a mattress that I borrowed from my aunt. Based on some of her older videos, it seems like she made this decision due to personal issues she was having with her kids' school.
The other day, or a couple weeks ago, she sent home in his folder a piece of paper that had a signature side and a date side. And she told him, didn't say nothing to me, told him to tell me I needed to take his homework out of his folder every single night, sign and date this piece of paper, and send it back to her every single day.
This video has been deleted now, but she's complaining that her son's teacher asked her to sign and date his homework every night, which is usually just to show that you're involved in your kids' schooling and that you understand what they're currently doing in school. And of all the things you have to take care of as a parent, this seems like one of the easiest ones, but she literally refused to do it.
Now, listen, I took that piece of paper out and I said, I'm not doing that, baby. I run a massive business through social media. I don't have time, literally.
I don't have time to help with my kids' education. However, I do have time to be completely and solely responsible for it. What's really sad about this is that her kid clearly wants her to sign. He makes a comment about some kind of reward system they have, some bonus he gets, and she can't be bothered. But isn't the point of unschooling to put your kids' individual needs first? Isn't the argued benefit that your teacher is your parent who knows you really well and has your individual best interests in mind? If you couldn't do that for literal seconds every night, what makes you think you're gonna be able to do it 24/7 every single day? For some reason, she titled this Teacher on a Power Trip, and the teacher is just asking her to do something that probably all the parents are asked to do. It's a very simple instruction, and I thought that those were important to her.
What you doing how to follow instructions.
Those who can't do teach, I guess. The way she describes her unschooling plan just sounds like a pretty immature grasp of what it's gonna take. It's almost like the kid is the one who came up with it.
Okay, so first we're gonna go to the park.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go to the swimming pool.
Then we'll do school.
I'm not done. Then we're gonna go to the grocery store and buy 500,000 Go-Gurts.
How is that school?
It's math, bitch.
Another concern people had with her unschooling was her kids losing the socialization they get at school. And her response was, oh, they don't need that actually.
We don't actually need socialization skills. We need to know how to communicate, which you can do with your parents. We need to know how to connect, which you can do with your parents. And those are skills that you take for the rest of your life to make friendships.
All of the things she's listing are things you learn from socializing. We don't actually need socialization. We need to know how to socialize, how to be social, how to interact with people socially in a social way. Her argument is kind of that you can get all the socialization you need from your parents and don't need to hang out with kids your age. And she believes that going to the grocery store is also a form of socialization.
There's so many ways you could teach your child how to be social. Take them on grocery shopping trips. Take them to go to the zoo and teach them how to talk to people. Lead by example.
I had no idea that going to the grocery store was so beneficial. It's a math lesson, it's a social visit, it's kind of a one-stop shop, I guess. She also has this video, which isn't a great sign.
If the worst thing that happens to my kids from unschooling is not knowing how to socialize, I think they'll be fine. I never leave my house and don't like people either, but I'm still happy and successful.
And if she's leading by example,
lead by example.
Something tells me they also won't leave the house a lot. And it's kind of hard to practice the unschooling method and learn through life experiences when you aren't having any experiences. But I'm sure they'll never get tired of hanging out with their parents or struggle to connect with people their age in the future. Hey, you want to grab a drink with us? If we go to Applebee's, I have a coupon. Oh, we were thinking like a club. Ooh, love a good club. Very hard to get the mayo right though. No, like dancing. Now you're talking. Why are your pants so high?
What happens when you send your kid to a classroom for 8 hours a day? That is outside influences.
impacting your child, because what they're going to learn isn't just coming from you. Beliefs that they're going to have aren't just coming from you.
Isn't that a good thing though? Your kid shouldn't only believe and think things that you think. Shouldn't they get a bunch of different opinions and beliefs from people and get a variety of perspectives? If your idea of schooling is making sure that your kid thinks exactly like you, that sounds less like education and more like conditioning. And unschooling is supposed to be about specializing your kid's education based on their specific ideas and interests. You can't tailor education to an individual if you don't see them as an individual. Also, the successful business she keeps referring to is a pyramid scheme.
I'm very proactive inside of my profession and my career of being an entrepreneur. They're likely going to follow that path because they're going to see how successful.
So, at least she can teach them shapes. A little bit of this reminds me of how I was raised. Again, I was homeschooled. You probably didn't know that. Just kidding. It's probably the only thing you know about me. Sorry, okay? Sorry I'm so mysterious, suave. Sorry I'm so shampoo coated. But my homeschooling wasn't really in an attempt to make me more prepared for the world or because I couldn't necessarily handle a typical school environment. It was more because normal kids are secular and besties with Satan. Sometimes they say things like, hey, you should smoke this, or fart, and both of those are equally as bad. The sole reason for my being homeschooled was religion and being able to limit the amount of interaction I had with the outside world, whether it be people or media. I wasn't allowed to watch PG-13 movies until I was 22. Just imagine being told you're not allowed to watch Jumanji, the Kevin Hart one, as a tax-paying citizen. And I think I would be better at a lot of things if I'd been able to interact with people my age before I was basically in my 20s. I missed out on a lot of skills like how to interact with people, how to not perceive every human being as a potential threat, how to order a milkshake at Sonic without breaking down in tears. Isolating your kids and making yourself the only presence in their life is probably less about what's good for them and more about what's good for you. And it's completely normal to have anxieties about where your kids are or how outside sources are going to affect them, but that doesn't mean that you should stop them from interacting with outside sources at all. That just sounds like you have anxieties that are being passed down to the next generation, like an heirloom, like a little apprehensive piece of furniture. You okay, man? Yeah, just some chest pain. And I'm not saying you shouldn't homeschool your kids or do alternative schooling, because I'm sure a lot of kids would benefit from something like that, but just don't do it bad. Just do it good. Otherwise, your kid's gonna end up like me in 20 years, and you don't want that. That is a threat. Anyway, guys, I gotta go to the grocery store for the 5th time today, so I gotta go.
Fiction is true the same way numbers are true, I would say. Like, you know, if you have one apple and one orange and one banana, the commonality between all of those three is 1. And you might say, well, is 1 as real as one fruit? Is the abstraction 1 as real as one fruit? And I would say, it depends on what you mean by real, but representing things mathematically and abstractly gives you incredible power, and you could make the case that the abstraction is actually more real than the phenomena that it represents.
Water, one of the most vital resources on the planet, something that we can't live without, and something that momfluencers can't bear the taste of without 2 pounds of powdered pineapple Fanta mix and heart-shaped ice cubes made of pink lemonade. So it makes sense that something as important as water, something of this magnitude, deserves to be carried in a vessel of the same importance. Something sturdy, something cute, something that retails for up to $60 before tax. So when Stanley Cups started blowing up online, we found that vessel. For the past year or so, I had never really heard of Stanley Cups, and if you still haven't, Stanley Cups are to Hydro Flasks what Hydro Flasks are to Yeti Cups. I feel like I need to have something in my hand. I can't do this without something in my hand. Oh, perfect. Aww, bestie. Every few years or so, there's a new water bottle brand that everybody wants for Christmas, and if you don't have it, you're a loser. Oh, so you just want to drink water and you don't care about how on trend the container holding it is? That is so thirsty. Like all the brands before, Stanley makes water bottles, but their bottles have a little handle on the side, a little thing to grip, so that you can finally handle the grippy. But what people can't handle is Stanley's Valentine's Day collaboration with the poo-poo head company known as Starbucks. The limited edition cups were hot pink instead of Stanley's usual collection, which only has light pink, and we don't want that. We want our grippies hot and pink. To put it simply, people have been losing their gourds over these cups. The release of these cups was like Black Friday for people who know all the lyrics to Lavender Haze. This was the most chaotic thing to happen in like 2 days, which isn't a long time, but this year has been crazy, okay? Gypsy Rose's husband has a big tummy. And that's something I know now. There were literally people camping out in Target parking lots at 3, 4 in the morning just waiting for them to open so that they could storm the display like they were in the battle at Helm's Deep. There was one person who fell mid-sprint and no one even checked on her. No one cared. They all just turned on her. One of you will betray me come the morn. No, we would never do that. I would never ever do that for only 30 pieces of silver and a hot pink Stanley Cup. They made a pink one? Well, hang on. I mean, why wait until morning? Guys, he's in here. No, wait, that's not. Sorry, man, they're BPA free. Yeah, come on, don't be cross. Judas. But someone who would never betray you is today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Care Of. One of the reasons I've never been able to keep up with a vitamin routine is all the time you have to put into finding each individual one. You get one here and one there, and then when they run out, you have to do it again. Well, not anymore, you don't, because Care Of offers a curated vitamin routine based off your specific goals and lifestyle. You take a quiz for a few minutes, and Care Of sends your specialized products every month in a counter-friendly box with your daily vitamins already zipped in this little bag, so you literally just have to grab it and go. It makes it way easier to take them every day, but if you need an extra reminder, just download their free app where you can set up and track your routine goals, whether it's getting enough protein or going outside. Yeah, that's right, go touch grass. Based on my quiz, I've been taking iron and keratin because my hair still hasn't forgiven me for last year. I've also been trying this collagen because my skin gets way worse in the winter. But this stuff is great. It's unflavored, and I mean actually unflavored, so I can just mix it into water and then ta-da, take that winter. Checkmate. If you want to check them out, just use the QR code here or click the link in the description and use code ChadChad for 50% off your first order at Care Of. Thank you to Care Of for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. The funny thing about people running through Target like this is that I can almost guarantee that every one of them already has a Stanley Cup. There are people who collect Stanley Cups like Pokemon cards. I've talked a little about skincare on TikTok and how people will have ridiculous amounts of skincare products that no one person would ever need. Some people do the same thing with Stanley Cups. They'll have cabinets dedicated to Stanley Cups or walls with shelves crammed full of them in every possible color to go with their different outfits. There are at least 32 cups in this picture. One person does not need that many cups. I've heard 2 girls only need 1 cup. I heard that somewhere. The Valentine's Day tumblers were $45, and they had other ones for less money, like the shorter ones, but nobody cares about those for some reason. No one cares about the short kings, even in drinkware. Shame on y'all. After all this crazy stuff went down, Target had to start making systems to try and avoid the chaos. In a lot of videos, they sell out in literal minutes. People were grabbing them so quickly that they had to start enforcing a 2 per person limit on the cups. Some Targets were apparently even handing out tickets to the lines in front of Target. And if you didn't get handed a ticket, you can't buy a cup. Like, there's no point in you even going to the display if you don't have this ticket. You basically have to win the lottery to buy one of these cups. Actually, it's not even like winning the lottery. It's like having to win a lottery just to be able to buy a ticket to win the lottery. Hey man, how's it going? Can I get the Powerball? You got a ticket? Not yet. No, it's the Powerball. You gotta have a ticket to buy a ticket, okay? I don't care how powerful your balls are. Some stores had cops guarding the display, and you might be thinking that's kind of overkill. It's not like anyone's doing anything illegal. Think again. Think twice. Think.
Fucking loser.
This guy grabs an entire box from behind the counter, which is crazy. I don't care about Starbucks or Target, but don't stress out the employees. They're already over your shit without you doing anything illegal. You're legally a pain in the ass. But then these people body slam and tackle him.
Stop him! Stop him! Stop him! Stop him! Yes, stop him!
Everyone rallied together over this box of Stanley Cups like their lives depended on it. I've seen less of a Samaritan response during anything else. Oh my god, that man is stealing a box of Stanley Cups. He's stealing Stanley Cups.
What? No, it's a baby. I'm stealing a baby.
Oh, thank God. I thought he was doing something really
Come on,
bad.
I'm a kidnapper, not a monster.
Goo goo gaga. Goo goo goo. Gaga gaga.
And after this whole struggle, it looks like there's only 1 cup in this box.
No, it's okay. We're gonna call law enforcement.
He just 1v12'd these people for 1 piece of drinkware. And I understand being excited about something that's limited edition. People do it with video games and collectibles all the time. But we're talking about reusable water bottles. It helps the environment because you only need 1, like a cast iron skillet or underwear. But some people like to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, or all birds with 1 environmental crisis, and use both. On the bright side, this is more efficient. This way, the plastic will end up in the ocean faster. Time is money. Money is Stanley Cups. My leg itches and my hand is sweaty. This is just insulting, because if you're gonna use plastic water bottles, at least use them. The environmental impact can't be for naught. Verily, unless they can't drink their water, this is completely pointless and just adds an extra step. I just created matches so that we don't have to use rocks to make fires anymore. Amazing, that makes things easier and better. That was way easier. So convenient, right? I know they want the aesthetic, so that's why they have to pour the water into the Stanley, but it's also so they can use the Stanley bowl attachment thing. There's already a container to drink the water from, and there are already bowls. If anything, this is just taking a bowl and putting it on something precarious that your kid's knee is gonna knock out in 2.5 seconds. And if you take too many grapes from one side, the whole thing will topple over. This is like putting your toddler's food on top of a Jenga tower. And that's another thing about Stanleys, is that people like to make accessories for them, which if you take into account the people who think of these as accessories and buy different colors to go with their outfits, this is accessorizing an accessory. You can accessorize your Stanley with a little tiny Stanley. This is for when your friend who is a mouse is a little parched. You can give it to him, but do not, for the love of God, do not give him a cookie. Don't even get me fucking started. There's also the Amazon must-have TikTok specifically for Stanley cups.
Amazon Stanley must-haves. First up is this silicone boot that serves as a cushion cover for the bottom. It comes in 2 sizes for the 30 ounce or 40 ounce with a custom fit that helps prevent dents and scratches.
She says it's to prevent dents and scratches, but are these denting surfaces when you set them down? No wonder they're so expensive. They're made out of vibranium.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
You can also buy clothes and purses for your Stanley.
This carrier is another favorite, especially if you like to bring your Stanley on the go. It secures around the cup with Velcro for a nice snug fit. This pouch that's designed to strap onto Stanleys so you can keep a few of your important belongings like a cell phone, key fob, and card holder all together.
It kind of seems like a water bottle isn't what you want. You would like a doll, like a Barbie or an American Girl doll. These are probably as expensive as American Girl dolls, which is really hard to be. And this is fine. Some of these are cute. I'm not gonna pretend that they're not, but what isn't cute is whatever this is.
The packaging was so cute, I had to get it laminated. Then I rolled it up and tied it with a scrunchie, added some glue dots to the back. Now I can use my tumbler without messing up the label.
You just laminated garbage. We don't need ways to make trash last longer. Biodegradable. That's for betas. That's why in 2024, I'll be making garbage immortal. Vote for me, and the only degrading you'll see is in the bedroom. And your quality of life. And the economy. I know that this is not every Stanley Cup owner. There are plenty of people who like Stanleys a normal amount, who just want a reusable, cute cup, and who don't try to punch Target employees in the throat. I think all the Valentine's Day cups are sold out now, which sucks, because how am I supposed to get one? There are some people reselling them for over $200, and that's ridiculous. So I guess I'm gonna have to make my own Stanley Cup. So this is my tutorial for how to make your own Stanley Cup. First, you're gonna buy this decal paper from online, and then you're gonna not use that at all, because you don't have ink for your printer, and then it snows in Tennessee way more than anyone is used to. Everyone is staying home from school and work. Everyone is stranded. I'm stranded. I can't go to the grocery store. I'm only eating Chef Boyardee. These are dark times. So then you're gonna have to improvise a little bit. You're gonna have to brainstorm, and then you're gonna remember that your amazing, wonderful manager got you an Insta camera for Christmas, and then you're just gonna take a picture of your design on your phone, print that out, cut it out, fasten it to your cup in a dishwasher waterproof way, and there you go. There is your very own Stanley Cup. You know, Stan Lee, like the guy laugh, then you're gonna test it out. You can take it with you places as long as you don't go any places because you're stranded. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking there's no lid and so it's not gonna be spill proof, but that's actually not factual at all. It is spill proof. Whatever fun things you're up to, you can take it with you. It's just that kind of cup where it's kind of like a companion. It's kind of sentient. It's like its own being. Sometimes it speaks to you, it talks to you, it whispers in your ear at night. You can take it with you when you go sledding in the snow, or you could if you had the fun kind of snow and not the kind of snow that's just sinks down every time you step on it. But the Stanley Cup finds a way. There is always a way to have fun with a Stanley Cup, with this Stanley Cup that you made. So yeah, if you happen to have all these ingredients laying around your house, highly recommend making your own Stanley Cup. That's about gonna do it for me. Send help, reinforcements, send food that doesn't come in a can, send those things from the Hunger Games that the sponsors just send help. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, my name is ChadChad, and this is where the magic happens. The Etsy magic. If there's one thing I've learned in my time on Earth, it's that things don't always go how we want them to. And when that happens, there's only so much you can do. You can go to therapy, join a pickleball league, or as I've recently learned, you can go to Etsy.com and pay a witch to
Make things go your way.
I've started getting a lot of spiritual TikToks on my feed recently. Some are just your typical tarot readings that usually go like, I'm seeing that a sexy Libra wants to date you, and also you're about to win $10 million. And that's clearly insane. I would never date a Libra. But I've also been getting TikToks where people have decided to use the spiritual realm for their own advantage.
Me acting like he's crazy for texting me saying he misses me even though I paid a random witch on Etsy $5 to put a spell on him.
A new life hack on TikTok is enlisting the help of witches on Etsy in order to get whatever you want, basically. If you want your ex to come crawling back, if you want your situationship to text you more often, just put a spell on them. Because if there's any guy worth pursuing, it's one that requires supernatural forces to want to talk to you. And this is nothing new. It's a tale as old as time. We'll go to great lengths for love, even if it means buying a spell to get it. But now instead of having to promise your firstborn child, just send him a little cash app. For only $19.99, you too can get a guy named Daryl to call you 20 times in 2 minutes. I've gotten a pretty similar result by not paying my credit card bill, but that guy's name is Capital One. Personally, I really like the idea of being able to get powerful magic from the same place you'd get a resin keychain.
Welcome, traveler. Browse my wares. Could I interest you in handmade earrings that were definitely not dropship, or perhaps an incantation that turns all who have wronged you into dust? I also have cheats.
So after seeing so many success stories, I was curious. I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. Maybe there's an Etsy spell that can make the months November through February disappear, so I don't have to live through them. Or if there's a spell to make someone call you more, maybe there's a spell that can make Capital One stop calling me. That guy is obsessed with me. It's honestly really embarrassing for him. So I decided to do some shopping. Some Etsy shopping. Okay, we're gonna try and find some Etsy spells that are gonna help us find love. Maybe some spells that are gonna make us look really good and give us a jawline. But someone who can give you something even better than that is today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Bombas. Guys, you may not know this, but it's December. And you know what happens in December? Cold. And you know who doesn't like the cold? Your toes, your little tootsies. So thank goodness that Bombas has the rootinest, tootinest, warminest socks that you've ever done seen. They've got running socks, calf socks, ankle socks, all made with soft, comfortable material that'll cradle your little tootsies and keep them nice and warm. Maybe sing them a lullaby. It won't do that. It's not included. And the comfort doesn't stop there. With their new holiday drop, Bombas now offers cozy socks that are fuzzy outside and inside. Plus socks made with the softest wool and cashmere blends that'll have your toes jumping for joy this holiday season. Your Bombas purchase can also help spread a little joy, since every pair purchased equals one pair being donated to someone experiencing homelessness. Bombas makes the top 3 clothing items requested in homeless shelters and so far has donated over 150 million of them. So your feet can feel good and do good by checking out Bombas and using code ChadChad to get 20% off your first purchase. Thank you to Bombas for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. Extreme Millionaire Lottery Spell. Done in less than 12 hours. Spell with me and my oldest grandmother. That's not that big of an achievement. You only have 2 grandmothers. $32.87, but it's on sale for 75% off. Usually it's $131.47. So it's actually like we're losing money if we don't buy this spell. The thing about buying Etsy spells that makes it a little difficult is that you aren't buying anything concrete. And I love buying concrete. The results of a spell can't be guaranteed, so you have no way of weighing a purchase or deciding if the seller is trustworthy or not. It's basically just having to believe that the seller will do what they say they will do. And if there's one kind of person I trust, say it with me, it's people selling me things on the internet. So the only real option I had was to go based on reviews, and those weren't always entirely helpful. Okay, so Tal Ehrlich, thank you for the good and fast service. So I guess that means that Tal won the lottery within the last 4 days? Yeah, that's right. I was homeschooled. Carol Ann said, Luna is an angel. I got my spell. It was super quick and on the night of the full moon, so extra strength. I haven't had a chance to try any lotteries or anything. Landed in hospital yesterday. Okay. Did the spell do that? Luna, I wish you all the love in the world for you and your grandmother. I'll let you know how I get on as soon as anything happens. Okay, so this is an interesting review because she hasn't actually received what she paid for, but she still left 5 stars. This toothbrush is gonna be really cool, and I wish the seller all the love in the world. We'll update you once I have the toothbrush. One might argue that I should have waited to write this review, but why do tomorrow what you can do today? That's what I'm always saying. That's what my oldest grandmother is always saying. Bring back Stubborn X spell. I would rather die. Detailed, brutal reading. What is a brutal reading? It's like they read you a book, but then at the end they beat the shit out of you. Brutal tarot reading, same hour. Brutally honest psychic reading. Okay. Chad, female, general. Like if I'm a war commander? Yes. Love. Is that a yes or no question? I don't know. Wait, or am I in love? Okay. No. Single. Career. Turbulent. Past life. Aren't you supposed to know that question? How am I supposed to know? I have no future. Hopefully not. And then the other goal can be that somebody confesses romantic feelings of some sort to me. And I know what you're thinking, Chad, set realistic goals and expectations. Don't set your goals too high. A lot of the spells I found had to do with love and obsession, with some specifically aimed for stubborn targets, and that's kind of fucked up. Super strong love spell for stubborn target. That's kind of gross. Whether you believe in spells or not, I think it's pretty uncool to try and force someone to be in love with you. Even if the magic doesn't work, I think it's bad to put that kind of intent out there. What do you mean you don't want to date me? I'm great. If I could take away your free will, I would. That's something I'd like to do, and I would if I could. I'm a catch. You. I'm a catch you. Removal of all negativity, spells, magic, evil eye, and curses on you. Okay, all right, maybe we should do this one because my dryer just stopped working. Actually, it started working too much. It won't turn off. My dryer spins no matter if I power it on or off, and I have to turn it off, I have to turn off the breaker. So I'm gonna do this one. And the next couple weeks weren't great. Luck-wise, I didn't notice any huge differences. I still had some repair issues around my place, but I did find this shirt. So my luck has turned all the way around. Another kind of spell I saw a lot were ones that claim to turn you into some kind of supernatural being. Become a vampire spell. Guys, oh my God. We can become the Hulk. Powerful transformation spell, vampirism spell, vampire ritual. Oh my God. What does that mean? Does that mean that I'd start drinking human blood? The description says absolutely nothing about what we can expect from this spell, but I'm expecting this. I'm expecting to look like this AI generated image of this vampire that looks kind of like Henry Cavill, and then this AI generated image with someone who also looks like Henry Cavill. Also, guys, okay, I'm not gonna pass up the opportunity to be the Hulk. I'm not gonna pass up the quick cast, fast acting spell to give me supernatural strength. Add to cart. I also grabbed a spell called Best Body Spell, which promised me the physique of a Greek god. Oh wait, Best Body Spell. Here we go. This is the one I was looking for. We gotta get a spell that makes us sexy. Here's them casting the spell that's gonna give us abs. An 8-pack, preferably. I'm assuming that this is what happens when the spell takes effect. Really hoping my skin melts off of my skeleton. If that doesn't happen, I'm gonna be disappointed. Spells by Austin. Bye Austin. Bye-bye. I'm happy with this shop. Interesting spells, cast on time. Great conversation with Austin. Overall, I'm very satisfied. Nobody's getting to the gravy, the biscuits and gravy of the situation. I want to know when I can expect my abs to come in. I want to know when my biceps come in. Add to cart. And this one actually worked. I was hoping for Zeus-like abs, but I have 5 extra heads now. I just forgot to clarify which Greek god physique I was getting, and that's really on me. I mean, that's really on us. I also got an intelligence spell, not because I need it. I just wanted to test it out. Increase intelligence, same day cast. Increase memory ability, increase IQ magic spell, increase focus and attention. I've been looking for this my entire life. I'm gonna add this one to cart and then we'll do a quiz and then I'll take another quiz in 2 weeks after the spell has been cast and had enough time to take effect, and we'll see if I've gotten any smarter. Before I start and you judge my answers, okay, I wanna reiterate, I was homeschooled. I did not have science classes or math classes. How many rings appear on the Olympic flag? There's like 6. Well, 6 isn't an option. What is the currency of Scotland? Haggis. Who painted the Mona Lisa? Leonardo DiCaprio. They thought they got me with that one. What is the capital of Greece? I don't know. I don't live there. 84 out of 100. You're a trivia master. Your level of general knowledge, at least based on this house, is very impressive. Stop. Stop it. Quit. Okay, I'll see you guys in 1 to 2 weeks after the spell is completed and we're a genius with abs. And I'm gonna say that this one also worked. Testing this spell meant I had to conduct field research while investigating hypotheses, and if I hadn't bought this spell, I would never have done any of that. I hate critical thinking. I think what this proves is that frivolous online shopping makes me smarter, and I've always said that and I've always believed that. Jack is taller than Peter, and Bill is shorter than Jack. Bill. Skill issue. Which of the following statements would be more accurate? Jack is taller than Peter and Bill is shorter than Jack. It doesn't matter because all of their Hinge profiles would say they're 6 feet. Bill, Peter, Jack. Bill, Peter. This is so stupid. Why does this not make sense in my head, in my brain? What is this? I need to make a drawing. This is Jack. All right? Jack is taller than Peter. Peter is shorter than Jack. And then Bill is shorter than Jack. I kind of made them all the same height, so this is a very confusing drawing. This isn't gonna help a lot. I don't fucking know. And I don't really care. This could literally be what they look like based on the information that we've been provided with. I'm gonna lock it in. I'm gonna say it's impossible to tell whether they're taller than Bill, right? I don't know why that took me 40 minutes. Now imagine how long that would have taken me before the Etsy spell. That would have been a nightmare. I also got a customizable love spell without a specific target. The parameters of the spell are that someone is supposed to confess feelings for me within 2 weeks of it being cast. But after that time frame passed, nothing was happening. No one was professing their love for me. No one was calling me, except for Capital One. Take a hint, guy, right? This is pathetic. But I understand it can be daunting to confess feelings for someone, so I decided to give them a little push, just to help them take the first step. First up was Gabby Bell, aka Gabby Balls, aka the creator of the Bing Bong song. Hey, she seemed to be snacking. I decided to get to the bottom of this. What are you eating?
You know.
Oh, she was holding back, but I moved on. Anyway, speaking of things that are yummy, I was just wondering if there's something you want to tell me. More resistance. There was something she didn't want to say, or something she really wanted to say. So I have to go. So.
Aw.
But.
Well, miss you.
Do you? Do you?
As much as I love dried mango.
Okay, I'm gonna put this one down as a maybe then, because you really like that mango. All right, well, thanks.
Love you.
And there it was. Next up was my friend Josh Dare, aka Fortnite Extraordinaire. Just a quick heads up, this guy farts and lies a lot.
Hey.
Hey, yeah, what's up?
I was just calling to see if there's anything that you've been wanting to tell me, something that might be hard to tell somebody typically. So then this is just an opportunity for you to tell me if there is something like that you want to tell me.
You need to stop blaming all of your farts on me.
Here we go. I told you so.
There are so many times that we've been in a room together and we've been on opposite sides of the room and you've been blaming farts on me. I'm losing friendships. I've gotten warnings at work. I've gotten 2 write-ups.
We were getting off track. He wouldn't stop talking about his farts.
Like, you're a trusted friend and I love hanging out with you, but like, this can't keep going on.
Right, okay. I hear you. Unbelievable. He can't stop for even a minute. And I gotta go.
Okay, but like, did you actually...
To document my transformation into the Incredible Hulk, I first needed to test my physical strength.
Time to do our strength baseline test. Here we have, this is 20 pounds. Let's try and do 40, and then we'll see if I can do it by the end of the week. Oh my God. I can't even get them in a frame. Never mind, abort. Maybe just one then. Easy. Piece of cake.
But after a while, I hadn't seen any real results. I was still just a weak, puny human who could barely do one full push-up. But then I realized I was missing the key component of becoming the Hulk. Obviously, to complete my transformation, I needed to get really freaking ticked off.
Okay, it's been 2 weeks. I'm gonna retry the 40 pounds now. Also, don't look at my feet because my shoes are stained. I said don't look at my feet. Is this 40 pounds? I feel like it's way easier to pick up now. I'm not joking. Why is this easier now? Okay, that's pretty good, but let's see if I can do 40 in each hand. Now, to do that, I think I need to fully be the Hulk, so if you could just help me.
You're a 27-year-old iPad kid. You constantly change your hair because you're deeply unsatisfied with who you are as a person.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You can't speak to me that way, okay? That's...
Are you actually trying right now?
Yes!
And then I was just waiting on the Become a Vampire spell. I had to carefully monitor this one for obvious reasons, so I routinely had to eat Italian food, which sucked. I ordered Italian food and spider monkey. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video because it's something a little different and I don't really know what I'm doing or where I am or what's going on or why my clothes are ripped or who destroyed all those roads in New York. But I'm gonna call it there guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, today we're talking about Joe Mama. A twinge of cringe. My name is ChadChad. And JoJo Siwa has been acting kind of silly lately.
Good morning to every single human who's out in this entire little bit. What else going today, guys? Good.
She's been doing some weird things and moving her body in a weird fashion. Speaking of fashion, she's been doing weird things with that as well. My knee hurts. I'm not sitting because you guys told me to. I'm sitting because I want to. You can't bully me. If you're like me and never watched reality TV or Dance Moms where JoJo got her start, then your knowledge of her is probably bows. That's all I think of, that and asbestos for some reason. I don't know why. I'd have to do some more research, but I'm thinking about asbestos as always, right? JoJo's been a public figure for a while and is known for having a pretty young audience, thus the bows and bejeweling of the hair. She usually sings and dances in an aesthetic I can only describe as the human version of a glow stick. Everything about her is fluorescent, and if your eyes are exposed to her recently anyway, then irritation may occur. By the way, I watched about 3 minutes of Dance Moms to try and understand where JoJo came from, and it's just like people getting mad at kids for having the coordination of kids, and they edit it like every mistake is an earth-shattering devastation. Hold on. Did you just point your toes? How could you do this?
I'm sorry,
Your mom is crying. You made your mom cry.
It was an accident.
You were an accident. But now JoJo is going through a kind of rebranding, and I say kind of because it's not the best rebranding we've ever... She's coming out with a new song tomorrow, actually, and I know that because she has not stopped talking about it.
JoJo, you coming out with some new music.
What?
Yes.
No one knows what's happening. No one knows what's going on. I do. I know what's happening. Nobody else. So fun to watch.
From what she said in her social media and in interviews, it seems like this song is supposed to break her out of her past career geared towards younger audiences and be the turning point that lets us know this isn't for kids anymore. She's not a good, sweet girl. In fact, you might even say she's a bad girl now.
Warning. The following content is not made for children, may contain sexual themes, violence, strong language, dramatic scenarios, and flashing lights. Viewer discretion is advised.
But JoJo's transition into an edgier persona isn't really being taken seriously by people, specifically people on TikTok. Then again, nobody really takes anything seriously over there. Once she started teasing her new song and her new era, people started making predictions of what they thought it was gonna sound like, and they were completely right.
Karma's a bitch. Karma's a snore.
I'm a bad girl, bad girl. I was a bad girl.
The lyrics from what we've heard so far are kind of cliche, kind of things that we've heard before in similar songs.
I wanted to start a new genre of music, and they said, what do you mean? And I said, well, it's called gay pop. Songs like Applause by Lady Gaga. It's the On My Own Miley Cyrus. Can't Be Tamed Miley Cyrus.
But according to JoJo, it's the music video we need to watch out for.
I've gotten this comment a lot. The thing is you think I have. Everyone's been talking about the song, oh, this about the song, that about the song. No one's even questioned the music video yet. I'm about to start sharing some things from the music video, and that's where shit gets real crazy.
What could it be, guys? What's gonna happen? I wonder if there could be music or video. What if there's both, guys? Guys, what if there's both? Or what if there was today's sponsor? This video is sponsored by Raycon. Mother's Day is coming up, and you know what mothers would love? Some freaking peace and quiet. With Raycon, you can give the gift of tuning out the world around us with their everyday earbuds. And if you ever need to tune back in, just use the everyday earbuds awareness mode. With the press of a button, you can go right back to hearing the jovial, tranquil sounds of motherhood. Raycon's quality is on par with audio brands you know and love, but at prices you'll love and also know. I'm a fan of their optimized gel tips. My ears are almost as sensitive as my heart, but with these, my ears have never felt uncomfortable and they've never fallen out or even budged. And with 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery life, I can use my everyday earbuds while I stress clean for an entire day instead of working on a video or literally anything else I should be doing. The everyday earbuds have multiple tap functions, so I can make or take calls while I'm on the move. They're also water and sweat resistant, so if I accidentally drop them in my armpit, they'll be fine. If you want to check them out, just click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/ChadChad to get 20% off your Raycon purchase plus free shipping. Thanks to Raycon for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. Everything I've seen so far in their marketing is exactly what you would expect. The lyrics are what you would expect. The dancing is what you would expect. And for something to be edgy, you have to be on the edge, you know? You have to edge us. In one of her podcast interviews, she mentioned she was actually worried to sing the lyrics to her new song.
I was very afraid of the lyrics of Karma. I wasn't ready to say I was a bad girl. If I had a wish, I would have never effed around.
I wasn't ready to say I'm a bit of a stinker. I wasn't ready to say F this or freaking dang it. You wouldn't last a second inside my mind. A single glimpse would drive you insane. Shoot. Crap. Fiddlesticks. According to some of her interviews, JoJo thinks that this is the most extreme jump from child star to adult artist that we have seen yet.
No one has made this dramatic of a change yet. No one has made, in my generation, this extreme of a switch. And I am the first in the generation. It is very scary, but someone's gotta do it.
They probably just didn't talk about it as much. In most of those cases, it just happened and they didn't have an entire campaign planned out. It's not as extreme and dramatic if you've been constantly warning us that you're about to do something extreme and dramatic. Hey, just letting you know, I'm about to jump out from behind that wall and scare you. What? No, don't do that. This is gonna be the most scared anyone's ever been. No. Are you ready? No. I'm gonna do it. No, don't. I'm gonna do it now. Don't do it. Boo. Nothing? No. I'm friends with Shane Dawson. Oh my god. At this point, she's teased and promoted this song so much that I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of what's happening in it, and I have yet to see the extreme part. She's been posting so many clips of this song on TikTok that after scrolling through her feed for about 30 minutes, I had it stuck in my head for the rest of the day. The rest of the week, actually. Me trying to get this song out of my head. This is me. Get it out, please.
Like it or not? What's been in your head the last 3 days?
You don't want to know, JoJo. You wouldn't last a single second in my dark and twisted mind. You don't want to know what's up here. Gosh. Darn. It's a torture. It's torture. Constant torture. She'll post videos from her car a lot, singing the song, mouthing along to the song, dancing to the song. She even got her car wrapped with her face on it to promo her new song, which apparently she's been doing for a while now, even when she's not promoting something. I barely want to see my face at all, much less pay thousands to have it plastered on a Kia Soul. So it's just a waste of money. Stop car wrapping. Sweaty. Knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. I said stop. Mom's spaghetti. I think one of the most controversial things about her new era, though, is the dance for her new song. She's been posting videos of the choreography, and people that are not fans, they don't like it. They don't like it at all. Not the whole dance, really. There's just this one part where she seems to be ad-libbing a bunch of extra movement. The other dancers don't seem to be doing quite the same dance that JoJo is, but despite the spinal trauma, she can't stop doing the dance. Literally, she'll go through the dance sitting in her car. She'll rehearse the dance after rehearsing for 12 hours. She'll rehearse the dance in bed. Get some sleep, JoJo. The dark circles under your eyes are getting alarmingly dark. No wonder she's moving like this. She's trying to stay awake. At the iHeartRadio Music Awards, JoJo hard launched her edgy persona with a new outfit and new aesthetic. Instead of the bright colors and rhinestones, they went with dark colors and rhinestones. I can kind of see what they were going for, but it's not really giving bad girl. It's kind of just giving state fair face paint. It seems like JoJo's mom is behind the rebranding to some extent. I don't know, that's just a personal theory. The PR surrounding this rebrand is just exactly what a 50-year-old mom's idea of rebellion would be. All right, here's the plan. What if you said, bitch? That's bad. That's pretty bad. What if you went to a red carpet event wearing makeup similar to a hip and current band? Like, I don't know, Kiss? I already had this as a working theory, and then I found this TikTok of JoJo not knowing who Gene Simmons is.
Like a sexy glam Gene Simmons sea creature.
What's
going on here?
You know, the amount of references that people have told me I look like in this video that I have no clue what they are is sickening. I'm adding that one to the list, but I'll take it.
That's a gavel. I rest my case. When I first saw JoJo talking about 12-hour rehearsals, I was thinking, wow, that's dedication. I can't think of anything I would want to do for 12 hours straight besides kiss and smooch Harvey from Stardew Valley. But then I realized that she has a team of dancers who also have to endure these 12-hour rehearsals. And that seems like a little much. I don't know if it's necessary either. This doesn't look like it requires recurring 12-hour sessions of rehearsal.
That was close. I'm getting better. I'm getting good. Ah! Oh my God.
My knee hurts.
Cut the cameras. Shut it down. Call an ambulance.
But intense rehearsals are nothing new for JoJo. Apparently, she and her mom started a pop group a while back with 6 young girls. She formed them after herself, kinda, with the bows and rhinestones and bright colors. It's basically like she tried to make 6 versions of herself and put them in a group together, which would make them JoJo's, JoJo's. They went with XOMG Pop. Mine was better. According to one of the members' moms, the conditions were way too intense for young girls. They say the rehearsals were long and physically exhausting, and the Siwas were allegedly trying to get the members to cry for the cameras and pit them against each other. One of the members had chronic health conditions, and days before one of her surgeries was at a rehearsal and started bleeding from her stomach, and Jessica Siwa told her to put a pad on it to keep blood from getting on the costume. The costume isn't the issue, Jessica. There shouldn't be blood at all. This is literally putting a band-aid on the situation. Also, they fired this member and her mom after her mom tried to say something about the condition. So I guess JoJo is telling the truth. She was a bad girl. It's like they're trying to get people riled up and have some kind of reaction about how crazy she's being or how psycho she's acting. They're saying psycho. No one else is saying psycho, just them.
They probably think I'm psycho. Valid.
I'm sorry. The old JoJo can't come to the phone right now. Why? That bitch is in dreamland.
They even orchestrated a paparazzi session as JoJo is leaving a sex store.
Oh no, is this me holding a giant penis plushie while decked out in merch promoting my new song coming out on April 5th? I said April 5th, write it down. With the words 18 plus only conveniently hovering above my head? Guys, please. Come on. No photos.
Also, I took a screenshot of this picture for the video, and then the next day, Snapchat auto-generated me this collage, like they're related subjects or something. Just because there's 2 bones doesn't mean they belong in the same place, Snapchat. Anyway, I'm getting this framed. But guys, today is the day. The wait is finally over. Honestly, I'm a little excited, so let's go see what all the fuss is about.
Karma, 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 karma.
Okay, well, that had music and video. Bye. Hey guys, and welcome.
Don't mind if I do.
There he is. Get in here, big boy.
Well.
A twinge of cringe. My name is ChadChad. And today we're doing sales training. We're gonna learn how to sail so freaking good. We're gonna weigh anchors, we're gonna hoist things, we're gonna poop on so many decks. I'm just kidding. What we're actually doing today is way more fun than that. We're gonna learn how to sell things to people who probably don't wanna be sold to. Heck yeah. And who better to teach us than the #1 salesman in the world, Andy Elliott. Andy is a world-renowned salesman who found a bunch of success in sales and now has courses so he can pass along his knowledge in the industry. On TikTok, he posts a lot of clips from his seminar, which is called the Master Closer, and that is referring to closing deals, not someone who gets off by leaving the room. What are you doing?
A master closing.
Ew, dude, close the door at least.
If you insist.
Or wait, don't, that's not what Andy is kind of an interesting instructor though, because he seems to take what he's teaching very seriously, like life or death seriously.
If someone right now, I'm just giving an example, kidnapped your family and said they were going to kill them unless you tripled production or revenue in your company, you can do it in a heartbeat. Why someone got to kidnap them? Why is that even gotta happen?
It doesn't gotta happen, Andy. No one said you have to do that. And how is my family being in a traumatic situation helping me make a sale? I'm just gonna be more stressed. And if you sign the papers today, we'll throw in 12 months of Sirius XM. That's okay. Who are they? Oh, this is my husband, Ryan, and our 2 kids, Leslie and Morley, and that is their armed kidnapper. Are they okay? They will be if you buy this 2012 Ford Fusion with great reliability and resale value.
Mommy, I'm scared.
Mommy's working. But if you want a really great deal, you should check out today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Toon Blast. Toon Blast is a free-to-play mobile game that you can download on all devices and level up by solving puzzles and blasting cubes. And once it's downloaded, you don't even need Wi-Fi to play. You can play it anytime, anywhere. You can play it with a mouse. You can play it in a house. You probably will play it in a house. It's also very easy to play, so within a few seconds, you can be zooming through levels. There's not even any ads to interrupt your playtime, so you can zoom right through those bad boys. Since there's really no learning curve, the game is super easy to pick up. Not as easy to put back down though. That might be why they have millions of reviews on the App Store and Google Play. There's over 7,000 levels to unlock and explore. You can even compete against other players or play challenging mini games to unlock extra lives and coins. Or you can join teams with other players to unlock even more rewards. But most importantly, things explode a lot. And that's my favorite part. I love exploding all over the place. If you want to check them out, you can use the link in my description or scan my QR code to get 3 hours of unlimited lives and 100 free coins. Thank you to Toon Blast for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video. The way Andy teaches sales kind of reminds me of the Alpha Boot Camp that I just made a video about. He'll tell people to come up and do push-ups if they answer a question wrong, or even just in a way he doesn't like.
All right, get that fucking weak ass up here. Let's do 20 push-ups. Come on, come on.
He talks about kidnapping and torturing people way more than the normal amount being none.
#1, your script. I should be able to pull you up in the middle of the room, flip you upside down, pour water on you, waterboard your ass, slap you in the face and say it. ABCs, happy birthday, date of birth, what's your name? Whatever I ask him, you should be able to tell me.
You need to know your name, your birthday, your ABCs, and if you don't, I'm gonna torture you. Very good. And what does W stand for? I don't know. Waterboarding. When he's not threatening to torture or kill their families, Andy likes to body shame the people who attend his seminars.
Garrett, take your shirt off. Come on, Garrett. Take your shirt off, Garrett.
Bringing a volunteer on stage for anything is awkward enough, but then asking them to take their clothes off? Imagine attending a sales seminar and then being asked to strip in front of Mr. Clean. I may only kill 99.9% of germs, but I kill 100% of my deals. Now get up here and show me your balls. He actually takes it a step further and touches this guy on the waist while asking if it bothers him.
Does this bother you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, doesn't bother you enough.
But the only thing that bothers me, Andy, is the way you're freaking chomping on that gum.
Okay, doesn't bother you enough. Because if it did, you wouldn't have it. Am I right?
You're chewing with your mouth open and you're talking into a mic. That's like seeing you're on the Jumbotron and then beginning to pick your nose. Andy's weird obsession with people's physical appearances doesn't stop with the people attending his seminar though. He actually has the same expectations for the people he employs.
I'm gonna tell you this, my entire company, my entire team, if you don't have a 6-pack, you don't work for us. No, I know. It's called, everybody say standard.
It's called having standards, guys, and not a huge HR violation. How does that help you sell anything? In what situation is someone gonna see your stomach during a sales pitch? This is one of our new fiberglass models. It's a little more expensive, but I think it's just what you need. I don't know, I can barely afford the funeral expenses as is. Plus my car just broke down.
How about now?
Oh my God, I'm still broke. I can't buy it.
Come on, but I'm so sexy.
He always excuses his weird physical criteria for people as being standards, and if you don't meet them, you're just a freaking loser.
It's called, everybody say standard. How about we raise them? How about we raise them? How about we raise them?
So he's either really into abs or he's really into dried grapes. How about we raise him? How about we raise him, guys? Guys, why don't we raise him? We should be raising. This clip isn't even the only example of him making someone take their shirt off on stage. This is a recurring thing.
I know you see the word solar on my shirt. I don't see solar up on your roof, dude. So up until now, what's been holding you back from pulling that trigger?
He made this guy come on stage, take off 50% of his clothing, and then asked him to pitch solar panels.
This is kind of what I hear him doing today.
This is kinda why I'm here.
I get that the whole point of the seminar is to get feedback and become better at pitching, but do you have to write his mistakes on the board? Do you have to get the whole room to laugh at him? But don't worry, guys, it's not degrading.
In everything that I'm saying to you right now, I'm not tearing you down, I'm not degrading you, I'm not insulting you. He can make $500,000 if he wants to.
So glad we cleared that up. I'm not insulting you, dude. Even though what you just said was dumb as fuck. It's almost like he needs to prove how much better at sales he is than any of the people he brings up on stage. So he has to make them take their clothes off or do something embarrassing so that they don't pitch well. It's like cheating. You ready to play baseball to see which one of us is better at baseball? Oh boy, am I. Okay, but you can't have a bat though. Okay, or a ball. That makes sense. I win. Man, you're really good at this. So he wants everyone's nips out, which is already weird, but he also can't stop talking about slamming people into walls.
He's broke, am I right? He needs to put his back against a wall. You guys need to put your back against a wall. They're trying to play it safe, and I am literally pounding their ass in the ground.
Oh, Andy, I think you're at the wrong conference. The sexual euphemism seminar is down the hall, okay? In room 69. With all of these rants going on, I'm not really sure when he has time to teach sales. He mostly talks about how you'll be instantly better at sales if you just look better.
Let me ask you, if you lean down and you let all that muscle come through, dude, you'd be twice as good looking. You'd be making twice the money. Maybe some of you in here didn't know that being better looking would make you more money.
Which is egotistical when you think about it, because he claims to be the world's best salesman. So it's basically him saying, how do you make more money? Just be sexy. Like me. Have you tried being a suave womanizer who wears shoes like a court jester? You don't even have bells on your toes? I'm out of here. Their website says that Andy personally guarantees the seminar will improve your life and easily triple your income. And yeah, if I took my shirt off, I could probably triple my income too. I'm just kidding, that's not happening. Unless, I'm just kidding. But even when he's not going on rants, his sales advice still isn't that great.
Okay, you ready? 30 seconds, close the room on buying insurance. Ready? Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you got a family? Do you got a family? Do you got a family? You got a family?
Hey, let me ask you a question. 5 times. I am going to ask you the same question 5 fucking times.
You got a family?
A lot of his techniques don't even seem like techniques. They just seem like guilt tripping.
Do you want on the worst day of their life when you're gone for your family to be protected? Yes or no? Okay, it's black and white. If you do, we need to make sure they have life insurance. If you don't, it's not important. Would you agree?
Let me ask you a question. Do you love and care about your family and want to keep them safe? Or do you hate them and hope they die? AKA, don't want to buy my solar panels. There is no in between. It's black and white, this or that. What happens when he tries this approach on someone who doesn't have a family? You have a family? You have a family? You have a family? You got a family? You got a family? Well, I did. Do you have a family? You got a family?
Find the courage to say yes, regardless of what it costs. And you went home and you said, hey, baby girl, didn't matter what it cost, you're number one to me. And to prove that, I went ahead and pulled the trigger on the kitchen remodel because you're number one in my life. Do you think she'd have a problem with that?
Yes, Andy. I think she might have a problem with that. You know what would make your wife super happy? Spending thousands of dollars without telling her. She might even slam you into the wall and pound your ass. Again. He even admits at some point that he never really knows what he's talking about.
Do you need to know how solar works, or do you need to know how to sell it? sell it. Dude, I broke the record in the United States for selling cars when I was young. I didn't know anything about cars. I don't give a how it works. What does solar do? Yeah, who gives a how it works?
I don't know. The potential customer might care how it works. The overall message seems to be, it doesn't matter what you say or what you know, as long as you say it confidently. And I thought this was a seminar for salespeople, not politicians. You know, Andy creates unnecessary hypotheticals and makes people super uncomfortable on stage, but at least he's open to criticism.
By the way, if I say something that offends any of you, it's because you're f***ing ego. You can die with that f***ing ego. You can die f***ing broke. Okay? Whoever's not with them, go f*** yourself. We don't need you.
Man, I'm sorry, guys. I was about to say that it's possible to be a salesman and teach people how to pitch products without weird power trips or humiliating them based on their appearance, but I just realized that's my ego talking. Also, I'm poor and should probably die.
You can die f***ing broke.
I think this is all just a result of telling someone like this that they're the best at something too many times. It's kind of like Pinocchio, but instead of lying every time someone compliments him, his pants get a little bit tighter. To me, it seems like he gets off on the idea that he's better at sales than everyone in the room, which, yeah, that's why they're there. You can't rub your knowledge of something in the faces of people who are paying you to share it with them. You'd never see any other kind of teacher doing that. Can anyone answer this one for me? No? Josie? I'm not really sure. See, this is why you're all broke. We don't know how to solve that problem yet. You know what else you don't know how to solve yet? Being short. What? None of you have jobs, and I bet most of you still live with your parents. We're in kindergarten. I know how to solve this because I'm not a dumb little kid like you. That's why you're the teacher. Everyone point and laugh at Josie. Do it. I can't even count to 5. Hey guys, look, this is Josie. What an idiot. I'm so much smarter than you. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. And don't forget to check out Toon Blast by scanning the QR code or clicking the link in the description for 3 hours of unlimited lives and 100 free coins. Okay, thank you. Love you. Bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to Boat of These Nuts. A cringe. My name is ChadChad. And lately, everyone on TikTok has been freaking out about a cruise ship.
Can you imagine the type of drama that's gonna happen on that boat?
Oh my god, the Saturn Age of the Seas is being hit by a storm.
They're not letting us out on deck.
I made an ultimate world cruise bingo card. I hate it here.
That's insane.
Yes, it started weeks ago. Yes, I am late. Yes, I recently started playing Fortnite and it's all I can think about. But this isn't just any kind of cruise. This is the ultimate world cruise. Cruise. And you might be thinking, well, why is everyone talking about this? It's just a boat, right? People go on boats all the time and nothing has ever gone wrong with that historically. However, this cruise has been causing some buzz because it lasts for 9 months, almost a whole year, which kind of makes it less of a vacation and more of an expedition. What are we gonna do today?
Relax.
And what are we gonna do next month?
Relax.
And what are we gonna do next year?
Relax. Still.
Most people are lucky to get even a week of vacation, so 9 whole months is a pretty big deal. And you know what they say, you can never get too much of a good thing, especially when the good thing is living in confined spaces for long periods of time.
Our bathroom is really tiny, but we make it work.
So we're gonna be in this cabin for 9 months, so obviously I had to spruce it up so we won't looking at the plain walls all the time.
My parents would wash and reuse Ziploc bags, so I've obviously never been on a cruise. So when I started watching videos about this one, I realized that these things are bonkers. I had no idea that these things are basically floating versions of Las Vegas. They have these huge ceilings and casinos, glass chandeliers and slot machines. Sometimes they even have shopping malls. These boats would have Danny Ocean foaming at the mouth. Well, actually, he's dead, so he's probably foaming all over. And because I got so deep into the 9-month cruise lore, TikTok just thinks I want to go on a cruise now and keeps showing me videos of other cruise ships. They have go-kart tracks and a water park. When did these get so intense? They aren't even boat-shaped anymore. This looks like you could use it to dehydrate meat. This is not at all what I pictured cruises being like. Whenever people talked about them, I just assumed it was like the sea version of camping. Like being away at sea is just not something we have to do anymore. I don't think people in the 1600s would have opted for that if they knew about Delta Airlines. Dearest children, it's day 197 of our vacation. Yesterday, we lost only 5 to scurvy. Things are finally looking up. There's a witch on board spouting about how we need fruits or whatever. Says we need more vitamin C, but we have quite enough C. Thank you very much. Anyway, we fed her to the sharks. Missy lots, but someone worth going overboard for is today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Love and Pies. Love and Pies is a free-to-download puzzle game that I've been addicted to for several months now. I don't know how many hours I've put in, but at this point, I probably don't want to know. In Love and Pies, you play as Amelia, who just moved back to her hometown to take over her mom's baking business, which is already not doing great thanks to our competitor, Edwina, who owns a stinky bakery that's not as good as ours. And as if that's not enough, someone sets our bakery on fire and our mom goes missing. There's so many questions we have to find the answers to, like who did it? Where is our mom? More importantly, where is her cat? Where is this cute little guy? You progress through the story by solving puzzles and baking yummy treats while getting to know your neighbors, aka potential suspects. I'm just kidding, most of them are nice. Or are they? The game is even fun to just look at. There's high quality graphics and everything is pretty and cute. You get to choose how to decorate your bakery from a few different styles. The gameplay is easy enough to pick up quickly, but engaging enough to make it hard to put back down, which is fine. You deserve a little you time. Or a lot'll you time. If you want to check it out, you can click the link in the description or scan the QR code here on screen to download Love and Pies now. Thanks to Love and Pies for sponsoring, and let's go back to the video. On top of it being 9 months long, people were also shocked to find out how much the Ultimate World Cruise was charging its passengers.
That is 274 nights where you see 11 world wonders and you get to visit over 60 countries.
The cheapest package for the whole 9 months is around $60,000, and I'm pretty sure this is the room you get at that price point.
Come on in. And obviously, as an interior cabin, you know, we had to bring the outside in, so we did that with some help from IKEA. Shout out to their plant walls.
So for the cheapest package, you're essentially paying $6,666 per month, which is the number of a beast and a beast of a number. I'm sure a lot of things like food and activities are included in this, but this room is tiny. It has no windows. If I want to spend $7K to sleep on a bunk bed, I can just go back to college. If you move up a tier, the junior suite start at $117,000, but if you want guaranteed windows, you can get the royal package for $760,000. That's it. This package includes top-notch living spaces, unparalleled accommodations, and complimentary services like getting to board the life rafts before the stinky poor people. For legal reasons, this is a joke and not a service offered by the Ultimate World Cruise. I'm sure they treat every passenger equally and would never sue a YouTuber. A lot of the ship's passengers started posting videos to kind of document their journey, including ship tours.
The Centrum is also just the main meeting area for any big party that the ship is having. So a few other things on Deck 5 is Next Cruise, which is where you can book your next cruise.
They even have a place dedicated to where you can book your next cruise in case you're still feeling a little too financially stable. Because if there's one thing I love to do on vacation, it's pay for a whole nother vacation. The passengers have also been posting videos to give us an idea of what the food is like.
That was like an American night, so look what my husband had. That burger looks so good.
The ship has a buffet that's included in everyone's package, and if you want some variety, there are restaurants you can eat at for extra money. But if you have the royal package, you get to eat the freshest members of the basic package. For legal reasons, this is a joke and not a service offered by the Ultimate World Cruise. I'm sure they eat every passenger equally. The cruise only left Miami on December 10th, but some people already seem kind of over it.
Here we are at day 46, 47, 48, whatever we're at, and yeah, I finally got sick of the food about 2 weeks ago, and I'm eating a whole lot less.
They've been hitting so many storms that it's affecting how much they can port and actually travel on land. It also means that there's a lot of seasickness.
As we head through the Drake Passage, the winds are high and the ship is rocking. Seasick bags are at every stairwell and elevator at the ready.
And I was gonna say that a vacation where everyone's throwing up doesn't sound great, but they did start in Miami and it's pretty customary there. The storms have gotten bad enough that they've caused flooding inside the ship.
Things got a little tense. Elevators shut down. but this amazing crew jumped into action.
Which looks really scary, but some people on the ship don't seem very worried about it. Like, I get that the crew is probably prepared for things like this in a storm, and they are on the ocean, but water inside the ship notoriously is not a good thing. These people are running on treadmills like nothing is wrong. Did nobody tell them? Guys, it's a swamp in here.
What the hell, man? I put on deodorant this morning.
No, I mean it's wet.
I have hyperhidrosis.
You need to run.
I know, I am.
I'm not sure who started it or if it was a collective kind of thing, but people have been speculating on how this cruise is going to play out.
I made an Ultimate World Cruise bingo card for anyone else who is buckling in for this 9 months TikTok reality show and wants to have a little fun.
They've been making bingo cards and lists of what they think is going to happen during the 9 months, but they usually involve horrible things happening to the passengers. Mass illnesses, mass STDs, pirate takeovers. You guys are going to manifest something really bad for these people. None of this can feel great for them. Imagine how unnerving it would be to see the internet essentially betting on your trip going wrong somehow. Oh, you're going on vacation. Great. That's great. I sure hope nothing bad happens. I sure hope you don't get chlamydia. Eventually, the cruise was being termed a reality show, with the lens, I guess, being the passengers' TikTok videos. Several of them are influencers, and whenever TikTok finds one of their videos, a lot of the comments will say things like, "New character unlocked," or "I love finding a new character." And I think it's funny to act like these normal, real people are like playable characters in Super Smash Bros. Dark Samus versus Natalie from Rhode Island. Fight! I know people are just curious to know what's going on such a big ship with so many people, but to me it feels weird to act like they're reality TV stars or on some kind of show. Like, some of these bingo cards aren't predicting light things like someone getting a sunburn. They're predicting things like a murder mystery. I know this is a game, but the game is not Clue. And a brawl? This is a cruise ship. A lot of the passengers are like over 60 years old. What are they gonna brawl about? Gas prices? This one just says iceberg. Are y'all okay? Here's just some more examples of a bingo card. Heart attack or stroke. Fire. Port kidnapping. Man overboard. Parasites. Flesh-eating bacteria. Alcohol poisoning. Rats or mice. Overdose. Do you want these things to happen? I'm not a very spiritual person, but I genuinely feel the need to make a positive bingo card to try and cancel out the energy they've been sending their way. So I went ahead and made my own. I predict there will be a kidnapping of our hearts. Fire. Outfits. Slay Queen. A viral outbreak of spontaneous dancing and song. Why is this thing flaccid? Stay erect, please. Flesh-eating bacteria, but the only flesh they eat is hangnails and like dandruff, so it's really, really helpful actually. Overdose. Jesus Christ. Overdose on joy and happiness. Send this to 10 of your friends or your phone will break and your mom will turn into Skimpy Toilet. Anyway, I hope everyone has fun and enjoys their trip. I hope everyone makes it home safely. I hope no one wins the bingo game. Any bingo game, not just this one. I am gonna go record myself playing Fortnite because then it's like I'm working, technically. Okay, bye. Hey guys, do you hear that? Hang on, something fishy's going on.
Just a second.
A clean job. My name is ChadChad. And today we're going to talk about conspiracies. Is the Earth flat? Was the moon landing faked? Is Florida a real place? These are just a number of things that we may never know the answer to. Whenever something happens to people that we think is weird or we can't really explain, we like to make it up because conspiracies are like hemorrhoids. We all got them, right? I think we all have hemorrhoids, okay? When I was a kid, I had a theory that all of my toys could walk around and even talk to each other. And it turns out I was a really stupid kid. But the thing about conspiracies is that you can't be wrong. If you say that you think the sky is actually red and orange, which it probably will be soon, no one can tell you that you're wrong. Conspiracies are kind of like lying, but without the consequences. Unless you're a big fan of conspiracies and you disagree with what I just said, in which case what I just said was a conspiracy. The internet has led to an endless sea of theories. The butterfly effect, the Mandalorian effect, the Mass effect, and we're sick of those. There were literal UFOs flying around last week and nobody cared. We're tired of aliens. Alien? How about Ali out? Boo! Boo, boring, get the fuck out. Go. Leave. The best thing about TikTok and the worst thing about TikTok is that everyone has an opinion. So now that sea of theories, a conspiracy, if you will, has become a bigger, more confusing sea.
I don't know if this is a conspiracy or not, but I heard there were a myriad of robots. The researchers were realizing that these things were getting way too smart. One of them somehow wasn't fully disabled, connects to a f***ing satellite, reassembles itself, starts telling its counterparts how to reassemble itself. The researchers come back in and these things killed all of them. They claimed like 15 or 20 lives before they were able to be dismantled and turned off by authorities, right?
Have you guys heard of this new conspiracy? It's called something. It's Avengers Age of Ultron. I'm not sure why, but the person listening to this thinks it's hilarious.
They claimed like 15 or 20 lives before they were able to be dismantled and turned off by authorities, right?
It doesn't really match the tone of the story. And then the murderous robots burst through the door and slaughtered all of them. I know. The story always kills. But you know who else is killing it is today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by HelloFresh. Wouldn't it be great if the fresh ingredients and recipes you needed to make home-cooked meals just showed up on your doorstep every week? Man, that would be really cool. I wish that could happen. It can happen. It can happen. With HelloFresh, you don't have to make lists or stand in line at the store. You just go online, choose from 40 weekly meal options, then whip it up using their easy-to-follow recipes. Every step is explained in simple, to-the-point instructions along with pictures so that you can keep up with what your food should look like at each stage. Everything is pre-proportioned so that there's little to no food waste, and you can customize your meals by swapping out sides or types of protein. They also have a lot of veggie options that use seasonal ingredients picked at peak ripeness. Plus, it's cheaper than eating at a restaurant, and you don't have to change out of your laying around the house pajamas and into your going out in public pajamas. It's a win-win for Din Din. You do still have to do your own dishes though. Or don't. I'm not your mom. If you want to check them out, just go to HelloFresh.com and use code ChadChad60 for 60% off plus free shipping. Again, that's ChadChad60 for 60% off at HelloFresh.com. Thanks to HelloFresh for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video. Now that we've moved on from aliens, we finally have time to talk about more interesting things, like doors.
If giants aren't real, who built this and why?
This person is gonna lose their mind when they find out about skyscrapers. Who the heck did this? This is too big. I like to imagine the creator of this TikTok doesn't really believe in giants, but is actually just the person who made this door. You notice that top latch? It's actually really complex. Yeah, I heard it took her like 15 years to finish it. It's super impressive. Yeah, I would have sex with that person if I could. But it turns out the real giants are busy protecting our entire planet.
Is down there.
Giant monsters. They're a natural defense mechanism from the planet.
Could you give me an example of what one of these giants look like?
I only have one personal experience that I was there for, saw with my own eyes, and experienced with my own 5 senses.
Oh, you only saw the 300-foot tall billion-year-old giant monsters once? One time? Lame.
Something that resembles a big furry primate, like a sloth that walks on its hands and is covered with hair.
So the giant monsters are furry, and you experience them with all 5 of your senses. All 5 of them? It was for research, guys. I had to taste the furry primate genitals. I mean giant genitals. I mean giant genitals. I mean genitals. So you're saying that a giant sloth doing handstands is the only thing protecting our planet? So we're oh my god, help! These giant space worms are eating my family!
Not to fear, the sloth is here.
Oh, thank God. Thank you.
Yep, I'm on it.
Thank you so much.
Yep, we'll get right on that.
Okay. When?
Just give me a second, done.
If you take a picture of a $1 bill, on the back,
It looks like an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, you actually, well, you turn the contrast all the way up. The contrast reveals an alien head and the face, the eyes, everything. It's kind of genius.
Did you know that if you completely change the physical appearance of something, the physical appearance of that thing completely changes? This is like the opposite of those zoom enhanced tropes in FBI shows.
Got a shot of their plates. Put it on screen. Huh, zoom out. Keep going. Turn up the contrast. Turn down the contrast. Set it on fire. Dehance. We got him. Yes.
It's kind of genius. What's in your pocket?
Yeah, Roswell.
Did you just say Roswell is in your pocket? It's a big ass pocket. Is that a southeastern city from New Mexico in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Oh, it is a city? Okay. What I hate about a lot of conspiracy TikToks is that sometimes they'll forget to include the conspiracy part. Because let's say that yes, if you mess with a $1 bill, it does look like an alien. But then what? That's not a theory. Are you implying that aliens live inside $1 bills like little hermit crabs? Or are you implying that the government is run by aliens? Because that's ridiculous. Everyone already knows that. Okay, so here's a $1 bill. I'm gonna see if we can find the alien that lives inside of it. Oh my God, you guys, look at that. Guys, they live among us.
This video has been going around on social media of a man who found a mosquito with the number 38 printed on its body. And then the next day he found another one with a different number printed on its body. And of course, there's been a conspiracy.
Maybe the mosquito is just like getting tattoos. Did you think of that? What, because they're parasites, they aren't allowed to express themselves? Plenty of parasites have tattoos. Just look at Jeffree Star. I'm not a scientist, but I feel like this is a pretty common thing. We also track like bees and lobsters. We just put numbers on them so we can track their every move and study their behaviors and see where they are and what they're doing. Spy on them without their knowledge. And I think that, guys, I think we're the aliens. The mosquitoes probably have documentaries about us.
Y'all, I am freaking out right now. There's a lot of unexplained things going on in the ocean right now. Just watch this real quick for me.
You get to Mars by going through the ocean. You can't get to the bottom of the ocean.
I'm pretty sure that the ocean has a bottom.
Because outer space is the ocean.
Otherwise, how does the water stay there? If there was actually space underneath, then the gravity would suck all of the water out. The water would be gone. The ocean would be more like a notion.
Now, there's a situation called the firmament. So we know that water is all around us. And it is said that this dome divided the sea into upper and lower sections. You can't cancel this out because they still haven't discovered 80% of the sea.
Yes, I can. Call me algebra because I can cancel out whatever the fuck I want. I haven't discovered 80% of Pennsylvania, but that doesn't mean that it's a portal that'll take me to Mars. It just means I've never been to Pennsylvania. She goes on to say that deep sea fish are probably aliens since the ocean is space now. Keep up. And then cites the 2020 film Underwater as the basis for that.
If y'all have ever watched this movie Underwater, they went too deep and found the creature that don't even look like it's supposed to be from this earth.
But if you're trying to strengthen an argument, I don't know if referencing a Kristen Stewart movie is the best idea. And therefore, my witness is innocent on all counts. Stalking a 17-year-old? Innocent. Twilight 2008. Robbing a bank with 2 accomplices? Catch That Kid 2004. Consuming the blood of an innocent human? Breaking Dawn 2011. Also, Your Honor, she's a mosquito. Yeah. Hi. And I still have malaria.
Does anyone actually still watch the moon landing footage and think it's real?
Okay, but whether you believe in the moon landing or not, you can do this to anything and then claim it's not real. You've made them look silly. Of course we don't believe them. Have you ever been to Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
A conspiracy that stayed pretty consistent on TikTok is that all celebrities are lizard people. What that involves is usually pretty vague. It's just if they say something weird or if they do something lizard-like, it means that they eat children, like lizards do.
I can say clone, I want to say clone. All right, so there's like a clone by Ang Lee. Right. When it comes out, let's get a selfie real quick. Let's hop in for a selfie.
Of course, it's shown through the form of joking to make the average mind automatically assume it's a joke, even though it was never stated to be a joke or a lie. Reverse psychology. I don't think this is reverse psychology. Reverse psychology would be if Will Smith posted a TikTok like, hey guys, just want to let you know I am a reptilian shapeshifter. It's true. All of your theories are correct. I can control minds. Well, in fact, I'm doing it right now. Do not watch Gemini Man in theaters December 11th, 2019. That would be a terrible idea. In fact, I forbid you from seeing it. That is the worst thing you can do. If you leave your house on that day, you will die. I will kill you.
These are disturbing facts about the Teletubbies.
When I was little, I loved the Teletubby, but looking back, it was pretty creepy. The giant sun in the sky that has a baby's face, and the fact that their mom is a vacuum cleaner, and there are some conspiracies that think that the baby sun in the sky is actually a demon. And that the mom vacuum cleaner is actually one of Satan's helpers.
That part is true. My cat also thinks that the vacuum cleaner is Satan's helper. I don't understand why out of all the shows from the 90s, the Teletubbies is the one we're worried about. Why? Because they're 10 feet tall and have Furby eyes? Giant suits made out of felt was just the formula for shows in the 90s, like Barney the Purple Dinosaur, aka the world's first furry. And do you remember Big Bird? That was 1000% a demon. What if we have a giant bird with dead eyes and a gaping mouth teach kids about the US Census? It'll be fun. How many people live in your home?
Have you heard about the dark conspiracy theory that surrounds the Teletubbies? Well, it's false. First piece of evidence is that they have a female voice that seems to come from the ground, always telling them what to do. Like, who the f does she think she is? And what's underground?
I don't think anyone who made a conspiracy TikTok about the Teletubbies actually watched an episode of the Teletubbies first. All they do is eat toast and pudding and splash around in puddles. And the demon voice in the pipe, when it comes out of the ground, it makes a continuous wet fart sound. What's that, Satan? You want me to eat breakfast foods and frolic around in a field of flowers with 3 of my closest friends? Satan, that sounds like shit. I actually did watch an episode of Teletubbies for this video, and it was kind of weird. It wasn't really how I remembered it being, but here, I'll just show you. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hello, and welcome back to A Twinge of Cringe. Look what I have. It's a mic. My office is kind of empty, so if the audio still sounds a little echoey, let me know. I might have to get wall panels or something like that. I'm also sitting down because I was recording for 2.5 hours for the last video I did, and my feet broke. So I don't know what your expectations are as far as posture, but if I were you, I'd keep them very, very low. I'm trying to find a way where I can upload more than 1 video a week. So I'm doing more of like a reactionary kind of video today. Is that a word? Reactionary? Whatever, if it is or if it's not. That's what we're doing today. You know what I mean. So today I'm gonna watch some 123Go videos. If you don't know who 123Go is, they are owned and operated by the same people who run 5-Minute Crafts. They are dumb, they are pointless, and they somehow get millions and billions of views. Say what you will about them, but they really know how to clickbait people. Right off the bat, there's just a lot of color. I don't think I've ever met a person who watches these videos voluntarily.
Oh, hold on a second. David's coming here now? But I'm with Betty. Gorgeous, perfect hair and makeup Betty.
Okay, I get it. So, Resin Earrings over here is in love with Betty, obviously. And she doesn't want this David person to come and ruin her date because she's gonna make a move. Got it.
No one wants their boyfriends around that.
Oh. Never mind.
Please, can you just be ugly for once? Fine. Only 'cause you're my bestie. Gonna need a hoodie for this one. There we go. Okay, really crazy brows. And the finishing touch. This is awesome.
Or you could just tell David you want to hang out with your friend alone and bypass all this cliche glow down shit.
Hey, babe. You remember my friend Betty? Whoa, is that even a human?
Are those glasses? Is that even a human? If you're a woman and you wear a hoodie to lunch,
You're a failure, he says as he shows up to lunch wearing a hoodie and a backwards flat bill hat. The absolute peak of male fashion, I might add.
What a beautiful day to chat with a girlfriend. May as well take a stroll.
Are you kidding me? Look at them. Look at the chemistry. I ship them. They have way more chemistry than resin earrings and flat bill Jimmy did over there.
Unless you're a girl yourself, you have no idea how awkward things can get. Can you think of any other less savory situations girls get themselves into?
As a girl, I have not encountered a single one of these situations, ever. But I appreciate the thought, I guess. One of my favorite things about these videos is how they don't bother to get a different narrator for the dudes. So it's just the same lady, but she just makes her voice. She's like, better organize all this cash. Like, that's the best dude voice you can do. I can do a better dude voice than that. Hold on. Now, how do I... My leg... Where'd you get all that cash, Kevin? Who has cash nowadays? Unless you're... Here you go. Grab some double-sided tape. You know, double-sided tape. What do you mean you don't have double-sided tape? Everybody has double-sided tape. Fucking loser. And then gently caress your friend's ass while you stick the tape to them. And don't worry, they won't feel it because then the prank wouldn't work.
Hey, Kevin?
Why'd Kevin sit down on his money like that? Like he's trying to hide it. It's almost like you got that money in a nefarious way, Kevin. Ha 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 ha. It's funny because he's a man and she's putting makeup on him. As if this man was not already wearing concealer, at least 2 coats of a full coverage foundation and a setting powder. Also, I think a little bronzer, but I'm less sure about that. Hey kids, want to play a super sick prank on your friends? Destroy their property. Don't worry, it's not actually their property. It's their less important property. Wait, hold on. Do I have a meat cleaver? Hold on, wait. Pretend this is a meat cleaver.
It just slipped out of my hands. It just slipped out of my hands, Lily.
It was obviously an accident. It is a, how the French would say, a fucking menace. She doesn't listen to Kevin when he's trying to tell her about his day. She steals from him, steals money from him, and if he sings along to his music, she forces him to do the Kylie lip challenge with a vacuum cleaner. Kevin, is there such a thing as a tape fetish? Because if so, I'm 103% sure that Lily has it. I don't know what kind of industrial strength duct tape y'all have up there in Canada, but here, the duct tape I use couldn't hold an ass hair onto a piece of parchment paper. To summarize this video, Lily is a menace, and everything Kevin does is justified retaliation.
Ever wonder where girls get all their makeup and beauty ideas? Well, from looking at a magazine, of course.
I have never read a magazine in my life. I think the closest I would ever come to reading one would be if I was in the bathroom and my phone was dead, and even still I wouldn't crack it open until after I'd finished reading the ingredient list on the back of the Dial soap on the counter.
No, my eyeshadow! Sorry, Bella. I thought you had a good grip. Hey, these lipsticks could work, right? Why don't we give it a whirl? Sounds interesting enough. If you're in a bind and don't have all your makeup available, try using some of your lipstick as eyeshadow and dab it onto the outer edge of your lid.
Actually, do not do this. I don't know much about makeup ingredients, but I seem to remember hearing something about why you shouldn't use lipstick on your eyes, especially red lipstick. I think there's a dye or a certain chemical in there that's especially not good for you, but I'm gonna leave that to Research Chad to figure out and explain to us.
It's only an hour until Bella's big birthday bash. You'd better hurry up with those balloons, Lana. You're running out of time. Oh gosh, what happened to my makeup sponge?
It looks like you wiped your ass with it and then rubbed it in dryer lint.
Hey, here's your deflated balloon. I wonder if I could use this thing as a makeshift sponge. Start blending it in with gentle pats. Hey, that doesn't look half bad.
Instead of washing your beauty blender or refraining from using it to wipe your ass, just use one of the balloons you have laying around for your birthday party. What do you mean you don't have a birthday? It's not your birthday? Oh no. Well, this hack is really convenient, but only on one day out of the year. But on the day that it is, on the day you can use it, it's stellar.
Oh, my blush wore off. I look so pale and splotchy.
Yeah, you basically look like a vampire.
I'll just pop on a little blush and all will be better. Did I seriously forget to put it in here?
I can't even believe you. Lana, you might as well go home because no one wants to look at your hideous, blushless face for the rest of the night.
Pucker up and put your freshly painted lips onto a paper napkin like this. Press the mark to your cheek like this. There you go. Wow, that really does look like you're wearing real blush. See the difference?
No. Hey, Lana, that looks exactly the same.
Looks like Justin's stuck at home studying on a Saturday again. Hey man, wanna go shoot some hoops? Whatever. Aw, poor guy. He's never gonna get through all this in time to play. Now it's time to bring this bad boy into the mix. Catch this one, buddy. Whoa! Justin didn't think he was sitting in the splash zone, did he?
Hey, is your friend studying too hard? Do you want to help relieve some of the stress they're feeling? Well, destroy their property. Fully ruin their homework so they have to start over again. Problem solved. That'll be $29.99. Yes, that's right. Watching this commercial will cost $29.99. But wait! Call within the next 5 minutes and you can watch this twice for the same cost of $20.
Kevin's asleep. Turns out makeup can be used lots of ways.
Oh, okay. We're gonna put more makeup on Kevin.
Huh? What happened? I don't know why you guys are acting so weird. Phew, my hair still looks good. What's all over my face?
Oh. Destroy your friend's self-confidence.
I'm just gonna close this computer very slowly.
Put makeup on him.
Justin's gonna be in for a rude awakening in a couple minutes. Don't laugh, Kevin, you wake him up. And now we just have to wait for the magic to happen. And that time is now.
Don't laugh, Kevin. You'll wake Justin up. All right, now it's time to wake Justin up.
Yes! Ooh, man, that had to hurt.
I think I've met my limit of how much brain-eating content I can watch today, so I'm gonna end it there. If you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye. Oh no, someone broke into my house and stole my setup or packed it neatly into boxes and then left it here. That's so weird. Why would they do that? What a not smooth criminal. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. Not really. And I moved, then I got super sick, but then I felt better and everything was great. Just kidding, I got sick again and it was worse than before. But I'm actually really happy about it because it gave me time to explore the magical, literally magical side of TikTok known as fairy talk. Not the kind of fairy that gets stuck in the Suez Canal, but the type of fairy that dies if you ever say you don't believe in them. Kind of a little dramatic, honestly. You don't ever see any other mythical creatures doing that. Oh my God, is that Bigfoot? No, it can't be. I don't believe in Bigfoot. What's happening?
That's really mean. Like, I don't know why you have to say that, so I guess I'll just die.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And my feet aren't even that big. I'm a tall guy.
Okay.
Proportionately, they make sense.
You're right. Fairy talk seems to have started out with your regular stuff, like people pretending to find a real fairy.
I just caught a fairy. A fairy landed on me.
Fairies are real?
Heck yeah, they are.
And I don't know why the egg is here. Either fairies can lay massive eggs, 4 times their size, or this is the fairy. This is actually an egg fairy. They're like tooth fairies, but if you put an egg under your pillow, you don't get money, you get salmonella. Egg fairies aren't as fun.
A fairy?
I didn't know that.
While I was collecting eggs, a fairy landed on me. It's in my hand.
And as far as scientific discoveries go, I don't think you can get away with concealing about 80% of said discovery. My name is Benjamin Franklin, and look, I just found electricity. Wow, that sounds exciting, but you made me wear this, so I can't really see it. And I found your dad.
Hi, son.
What? He's been gone for years. And I found my dad. You sure are founding fathers. But discovering fairies? Lame. Who wants to do that when you could be discovering today's sponsor?
sponsor. This video is sponsored by Scentbird. I love Scentbird because it's like Christmas, but every month and with scents. It's Christmasmas. Scentbird is a monthly subscription service that lets you try out new fragrances for a fraction of the money you would spend on a full bottle. It's also a great option if you aren't really sure what type of scents you like. You can take a quick quiz on Scentbird's website, and based on your answers, they'll help you find the perfect fit for you. You can pick your fragrances every month from a huge selection, including brands like Prada and Gucci, with perfumes, colognes, and a lot of unisex options as well. This month I got Midnight Silhouette by Christian Siriano and Bite Me by Confessions of a Rebel. This one is a citrusy, zesty scent with pomelo and red salt. It kind of reminds me of a beach day. It just smells fun and summery. Then this one is more sweet and full of florals with vanilla orchid and jasmine. This one smells like you're taking a fancy bath in a fancy clawfoot tub that you can afford because you saved so much money using Scentbird. If you want to check them out, just click the link in my description and be sure to use code CHAD3 for 55% off your first month at Scentbird. Thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video. People quickly went from finding real fairies to wanting to be real fairies. And what are fairies known for, other than sprinkling unidentified powders onto kids that make them high from the ground so that they can do meth? Fairies are known for flying. So if you want to be a fairy, you have to learn how to fly, which is obviously difficult to do if you don't have a Red Bull. So when you first start out, your feet are only going to dangle a couple inches off of the ground, but that still counts. A couple inches still counts, don't worry. It actually takes 2 years to learn how to fly any higher than a few inches. And that's a long time to learn how to do something that Kylie Jenner does every day for like 3 minutes at the small cost of $70 million in the future of our children. But I guess some people got a head start on their fly training because some of them can fly over entire forests or neighborhoods, which is very impressive and borders on having to check in with air traffic control. Runway 7, you are clear for takeoff. Copy that. Wait, hold on. There's a ferry crossing the road.
The guy opens his door and gets shot and you think that of me? Now I am the one who knocked.
Okay, you're good. The world building doesn't just stop at flying though, because some fairies can also have superpowers. If you grow poison ivy in your hand, do you get poison ivy, or can you go around shaking hands at a pro-life rally? And no, it's not bioterrorism. When you agree to shake someone's hand, you agree to the consequences. Just don't shake hands until you get married. I've never been chased by a fairy hunter, but this seems like one of the times you would most remember you have superpowers. We're losing altitude. This plane is going down. Oh no, I can't think of anything at all that would help us right now. If only one of us had the power of teleportation and could zap us safely to the ground or something. Yep, that would be pretty helpful right now. Oh, I just remembered I can... There aren't just fairy accounts or accounts teaching you how to become a fairy. There are also accounts that belong to the actual fairy hunters.
Let's make a fairy trap. Dragon snot. Poison. Shark blood. Sugar. Let's leave it out and come back tonight.
There are hunter accounts and they just trap and end fairies. What, you thought you could become a fairy and wear pretty outfits and live in peace? How about I hunt down you and your entire family? Once again, a lot of these are kids, so I just want to make it clear that there is literally nothing wrong with this and they're just having fun. They're building a fantasy world community on TikTok along with collaborative storylines, and when you were a kid, you were making out with your hands. You were, not me. So that's really embarrassing. For you, just you. Luckily, some fairies have healing powers, or you can just make your own healing potion. But do you know who else knows how to make potions? The evil fairy hunters.
Fairies, attention. When you are flying and see anything looking like this, don't drink it. It's fairy poison that fairy hunters made to trap us.
This is good advice. I would just like to add that we shouldn't drink any strange liquids that we find in the woods. I'm also kind of questioning the hunter's skill in hunting if their plan was just to leave a teacup of poison around and hope someone drinks it. Here you go, Snow White. Oh, thank you. Just a totally normal apple with no poison in it. Okay, I trust you. And here is a teacup of poison. It has poison in it and it's labeled poison. You know, I think it would be kind of dumb for me to drink that tea without thanking you first. Oh, please. The fairy hunters never really make their motivations clear. Some of them seem to be hunting out of pure malice, and then the other ones are collecting the loot that fairies drop when they die.
I killed her. I took her heart. Here is her fairy necklace, 3 crystals, her ring, and the most valuable coin. I found crystals and a ring, possibly left by a fairy.
And there are the different types of fairies. So the water fairies can control water, earth fairies can grow plants, egg fairies can make a mean frittata, and they all drop something different depending on what type they are, but there's almost always a stone, and the hunters keep and collect these stones like baseball cards, with more murder and less baseball.
I found out my sister was a fairy, so I killed her. She was sleeping, so I was quiet. I took a knife. She was a rare earth fairy.
I do feel like there are other ways to collect stones, maybe that involve less bloodshed. There's all those nice people on TikTok lives that scoop up bucketfuls of stones out of rice for only $39.99. And that is kind of expensive. And shipping does take 30 plus days. And I might be Team Hunter now. The fairies finally have had enough, okay? The fairy hunters are being dicks. They're teaming up on them for seemingly no reason. I still don't really have a definitive answer on that. So it was time to go to war. There's a fairy draft, there's war uniforms, a date is decided upon, May the 13th, during which the war will commence and go out on war. I guess it was mutually agreed on, which was very accommodating on both their parts. What about July? No, that's not soon enough. May the 12th? Can't. I have a chiropractor appointment. Pull the wing. Okay, what about May the 13th? That sounds great. I'll see you then. Okay, kill you later. What was that? Oh, sorry. I said I'm gonna kill you later.
So I was walking around until I found a fairy. I had to collect her crystal and her ring. Then I had to clean the evidence.
It may seem like fairies would have the upper hand because they have a bunch of supernatural powers. Instead of just beating their enemies black and blue, they keep arguing on if they should make them black and blue, or pink, or blue, or make them pink, or make them blue. Or pink. Stop it!
Then I had to clean the evidence.
Fairy hunters may be kind of mean, but you can't say they're not tidy. We love environmentally conscious killers. Mr. Bundy, do you recycle? God, of course I do. I'm not a monster. Get back in the trunk. Get back in Ted Bundy's trunk. Get in there. What? Get back in the trunk. Yeah. Sorry. Everything turned out okay because the fairies did win, probably because they had an actual cause, unlike the fairy hunters. What do we want? We gotta kill fairies. Yes. They need to be stopped. Why do we want it?
I don't.
We just got it. All right. No, never mind. All right. When do we want it? May the 13th. But I am Team Fairy Hunter now. $39.99 is way too expensive for one scoop. Wait, the stone fell out of my ring. Oh man. Guess I gotta go kill someone now. My name is Tinklebell. I am a piss fairy. There are 4 types of fairies. There's earth, water, fire, and piss. And that's what I am. My fairy superpower is stream control. Like I've never peed on anyone on accident.
Oh, sweet.
Kidney stones. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. And also, if you want to check out Scentbird and use the link in my description, just be sure to use code CHAD3 for 55% off your first month. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome to a dentist being worse than a regular dentist somehow. A cavity of depravity. My name is ChadChad. And have you ever been sitting in a dentist chair, mouth agape, blood dribbling from your gums, and every few minutes your stomach rumbles because you overslept and forgot to eat before your appointment? And you make sure to mention it to the dental assistant in a jokey way so that she knows you're just hungry and you don't need to take a shit. And you think to yourself, what would make this even better is if my dentist was a steaming pile of garbage.
Hi, my name is Dr. Kenny Wilstead, and this is my practice. I've been practicing dentistry for 13 years now, and I specialize in making people smile again.
If you want free shit, you gotta like send some pictures of your boobs.
This guy is Dr. Kenny or Dr. Ken, not like the Barbie doll Ken, even though they probably have the same number of testicles. But Kenny's job is just to, he's got a pretty big following on social media and specializes in smile makeovers. At least that's the type of service he usually posts content about. And he recently announced a new TV show that he started filming for.
Exciting news, we are filming for my new show.
But he prides himself in the fact that his practice is down to earth and politically incorrect.
One word to describe my office: real. Well, okay, 2 words, because unprofessional.
And most importantly, jokes are allowed over there, okay? Unlike everywhere else where joking gets you locked up on the spot.
Hey dude, look, get it? I'm under arrest.
Yes, you are. Man, and having a funny dentist would be great, fantastic, except Kenny's version of joking is usually demeaning his clients and harassing women.
Look at what the cow drug in. Talking about your outfit.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what this is, but it's a first.
Kenny seems to confuse being cool and unprofessional with not having basic respect for his clients, so he constantly crosses boundaries he shouldn't by making jokes at his client's expense.
Damn. Those are right out of a Halloween catalog. You kiss your boyfriend with those in? That was a man for life. You have salad? It doesn't, you don't look like it. I just saying you're just a
You edit that out.
Which isn't funny anyway, but even less so coming from someone holding a drill in your mouth. A dental office is not the place to test the bounds of comedy. This isn't your chance to perform. So, you doing anything fun over the summer?
Oh yeah,
But if you want to see something truly magical, then you should check out today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Book of the Month. Listen, you like to read, you like to have books, but sometimes you don't know what book you want or where to find it. Sometimes you just want a book to fall into your lap. Whoa. What, that's crazy timing. Book of the Month makes it easy peasy to find a new book each month by showing you 5 to 7 options from upcoming authors that you can pick from using their app. And then bam, it shows up at your house in this pretty little box, and shipping is always free. They even have an app where you can track your reading progress and complete challenges for rewards, plus a loyalty program that gets you lower prices the longer you use it. Book of the Month is a great opportunity to test out genres you don't usually read, and with their new launch of curated audiobooks, you can even read on the go by choosing and downloading books right through their app. Each month you can opt for hardcovers or audiobooks. This month I got Starling House and the Unmaking of June Farrow. This one is about love and curses, and I love love and cursing. But if you want to check them out, just click the link in the description, and for a limited time you can use code SPOOKY to get your first book for only $5. Thank you, Book of the Month, for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. Kenny makes it a point to do kind of a casual interview with his patients before their procedures, and this is where a lot of his joking tends to happen.
Dang, was that you?
That was me. That was
Bro, that's embarrassing.
We need to be nice, okay?
No.
He constantly insults people's appearance by implying that they were unattractive before he fixed their teeth, or sometimes just outright calls them ugly.
Damn, my work is nice. I make really ugly girls pretty.
He'll call people names.
What's up, slut? Come on, hurry up. I want to see how you handle this bitch.
He goes way too far with some of his jokes.
All right, take your shit off. Not your clothes, just your mask.
He even crosses physical boundaries. You get the idea. I just want to make sure everyone knows that this guy isn't cringy. He is predator. He makes completely inappropriate sexual comments to them as well, which isn't unprofessional, it's crazy.
Damn, you've had worse things in your mouth.
Now I'm crying mess.
Yeah, now that you're all flustered, like we just f***ed or something. No, we're gonna f*** her for sure. I don't even like fat chicks, but right now, I
Let's not pretend you're getting anyone with that riz. The only thing you can pull is teeth. Kenny's office announced a contest a while back where people could submit applications for a chance to win a free smile makeover. To apply, they'd ask people for details about their teeth and why they hadn't been able to get them fixed, which usually involves unfortunate circumstances. And if you thought Kenny was going to navigate that with any amount of tact, don't. He's a dentist. He uses too much Sensodyne to have that kind of sensitivity.
I've been miserable, depressed.
What kind of boyfriends do you get?
Boyfriends?
Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend?
Kenny's ability to make any normal interaction uncomfortable or inappropriate is almost impressive sometimes. Even the announcement for his new TV show gets kind of weird.
We have open auditioning happening right now.
The first couple frames are of him sticking his tongue out. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. I just really, really hate it. He can't get through the video without making a joke about a casting couch.
Okay, the hashtag is DKS casting, not casting couch. So be aware. I mean, if you want to send one of those, it just your account might be canceled.
No one thought you meant that. No one was thinking that.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out.
Okay.
Not heading that way.
What?
I mean, like, if you want.
I never said that.
Like, if
I
you
don't know what
want,
you're
we
talking
can,
about.
But, like, that's not what I meant,
Nobody
though,
said that.
definitely,
Nobody in here
for
said
sure.
that. Unfortunately, he doubled down on this joke and DM'd the same one to someone who applied to the contest.
Maybe the hashtag should have been casting couch, because after I posted this is the response I was met with. If you're entering into this giveaway, just know that it's about more than just teeth, supposedly.
You know you're messaging people from your public business account, right? And not your Hinge profile. Sorry, your unhinged profile. This is clearly a pattern for him because he sent a similar DM to an applicant during his last contest. Saying something like this to someone who just asked you for help is so evil. She started a GoFundMe because she didn't win the contest and clearly she's not gonna go get it done here. So I'll put that up here somewhere, and in the description, I'll definitely be donating because this was awful. Not only are jokes like these allowed at Kenny's office, apparently so are crimes. He was actually arrested in 2014 for overprescribing medications and for committing fraud. Guess you could say he lies through his teeth. It actually makes complete sense that he said the show is about more than just teeth. If you scroll through any of their social media pages, you'll notice that almost all the clients they post seem to be women. If you watch one of the rare videos where the client is a man, suddenly Kenny seems much less comedically adventurous.
Every time I look in the mirror, I see my past. I see all the mistakes that I made before.
So your teeth are kind of like a constant reminder of what you've been through.
In fact, he doesn't make a single joke directed at his appearance in this one. I thought jokes were allowed here. I thought we were being silly goofy in here. It's almost like it's not about making jokes and it's really about saying creepy, suggestive shit to women. Again, you can be a dentist and make jokes without being creepy or mean. Jokes don't have to be mean to be funny. Unless they're about Kenny, then they're hilarious. L, farthead, stinky, no bitches, oops and pants. While it is a nice gesture to do free dental work for people who really need it, in this situation it's also sinister because it creates this place where Kenny can say or do whatever he wants and people just have to put up with it. One of the contest winners actually made a follow-up video about her experience.
That is disgusting behavior that you portray on every platform that you have.
And he responded to this video calling him out with a massive text message where he brushes off his comments as being his satire personality. You can't even spell satire. Literally, that's wrong. That's incorrect. You spelled that wrong.
He's not speaking out on it. He's trying to point fingers, play the blame game, and gaslight me into thinking I did something wrong when I did nothing wrong.
He calls their interaction true vibing at its best. You were making fun of her.
Look at what the cow drug in.
The vibe was bullying. He ends the message by saying that he forgives her for trying to destroy his integrity, but unlike every other aspect of himself, he needs no help there. He also makes sure to tell her that she's not perfect either and has plenty that she'll have to answer for. He should be working at Waffle House with how good he is at flipping things. Hey, when you laughed at my physical appearance and made inappropriate comments, that made me feel better. I'm literally a baby. It's just not okay to do those things. You are being mean to a precious baby boy right now. You just can't say stuff.
The way you're saying this stuff is so mean. I've never done anything wrong, so you're actually mean.
He also also encourages people to share their stories during his interviews and records their emotional moments for his social media. But then he complains about people coming to him with sob stories.
I'm not a very sentimental person myself. If, you know, you're a single mom of 3 kids and you have 3 different baby daddies and your teeth are shit, probably not gonna select you for the show.
This is a person who needs dental care and messaged him asking for advice or probably hoping he could help somehow, and instead of doing that or having any empathy, he posted it to his account with hundreds of thousands of followers with their profile picture in it, and then he says in the caption, "Wake up and stop being a victim." He created like this public image of himself that talks about how much he wants to help people in situations like this and transform their smile and their life. And then when people believe that image and send him stuff like this, he's upset, I guess. My name is ChadChad and I'm known for eating boogers.
What, can you eat my boogers?
How dare you insinuate I like to eat boogers?
I didn't say, you said that.
I hate eating boogers, and that's the tooth. I think most of us can agree he shouldn't be a dentist, he shouldn't have a license, and he definitely shouldn't have a show. It's already sad enough that so many people can't get the dental care they need, and this makes it even sadder. Why do people have to participate in reality TV to get help with a medical issue? My name is Carrie, I'm self-employed, and my arm has been broken for approximately 2 years. It's just kind of dangling under there. Carrie is great. She's really great, but she will not shut the fuck up about her arm. Sometimes I can sleep if I lay on my back and I like hover it over the edge of the bed so it doesn't touch anything. If it touches anything, I throw up. I used to like her more. I found her humorous. It was on the kitchen counter one day. Does anyone have any ibuprofen? That's just for winners. Like, we get it. Your arm is broken. No one wants to hear your sob story. I just really want to win that ambulance ride to the hospital. It's a lifelong dream, and it's so close I can taste it. Oh no, that's just stomach bile. Carrie, congratulations. You won. Ambulance is on the way, and we also want to give you this plaque. Oop, careful. Brace yourself. Carrie, are you okay? I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad, and I believe in aliens. I never decided that. There was never a specific moment where I was like, you know what? I do believe in aliens. I do! Because I've always just assumed that, you know, in the endless universe, there are probably other places that can also support life. Like, there are a lot of ants in the world, but each ant probably thinks that their anthill is the only anthill in the world, but that's only because they haven't invented space travel yet. I've never met anyone who claimed to be abducted by aliens or who claims to have had some kind of extraterrestrial encounter. But I like to think that I'm an open-minded person and that I would hear them out, which is why today we're talking about Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato is a pretty well-known singer and was in a lot of Disney movies / TV shows. You've probably heard of them before, so I'm not gonna dive too deep into their history. But there was a certain clip that caught my attention the other day.
So I woke up in my room and there was like 3 beings. And they were like, "Do you want to see your planet?" And I was like, "Oh, sorry."
You were like, hell yeah.
I was like, "Hell yeah, let's go."
This is a pretty short clip, so I wanted to get the full context of what's happening here. Demi has a new show called Unidentified that's streaming on Peacock TV. We'll get into that later. So the reason for this interview is that Demi is promoting their new show, and this conversation takes place after Kelly shows a clip previewing it.
Well, wait, in that clip we just saw you looking for aliens. So have you seen an alien? Have you ever had an experience?
I have never seen an ET face to face.
Oh, that's something else I should mention. Demi doesn't believe that we should call aliens. They say that that is offensive to aliens. Sorry, aliens. Sorry, aliens. Sorry. Demi Lovato has said referring to extraterrestrials as aliens is derogatory, and the word should no longer be used for potential otherworldly visitors. Speaking to E! News, Lovato explained their reasoning while responding to fan aliens. Band, while responding to fan speculation that they have an unreleased song called Aliens, quashing the rumor. That's a weird word. It sounds like you're getting phlegm out of your throat. Quashing the rumor. The singer said their fans should know they don't call them aliens because it is a derogatory term for anything.
My fans should know that I do not call them aliens because alien is a derogatory term for anything.
Oh, that's so true.
Even extraterrestrials, which is why I call them ETs.
Which I guess I kind of get what they're trying to say here, but at the same time, I feel like this would be very, very low on an ET's list of concerns if they were to encounter our planet. Our government would definitely take it into custody and definitely perform less than humane tests on it, so it probably wouldn't be too worried about what word we were using to refer to it with. I will now use this circular saw to enter your brain cavity. I would prefer if you didn't. Then I will study your alien brain to discover all of your secrets. I don't have any... Excuse me, what did you call me? I'd say this is a case of let's cross that bridge when we get there, but the bridge isn't even built yet. The bridge isn't even under construction. The bridge is still in the Daddy Bridge's ball sack, okay? We don't need to be worried about this yet.
I had a night where I was dreaming, and I say dreaming very loosely because I don't really know what happened.
So see, this is why I wanted to watch the full clip, because the TikTok that the Kelly Clarkson show posted, which got 3.2 million views, mind you, doesn't include the part where they say that this is dreaming, I think is what they're saying this was. So that kind of seems irresponsible to just post this without that context, because the comments are absolutely roasting the shit out of Demi, saying that they're on drugs, saying that they've completely lost their mind. I don't know if it was intentional or unconscious, but if I was Demi and the show that I did an interview for clipped something in a way that made me seem crazy, I would probably have a heart attack.
But I all of a sudden was in my room, and I know I said, I sound like this is gonna sound so out there, but just bear with me. So I woke up in my room.
They even cut out the part where Demi acknowledges how strange this sounds. Who is running this TikTok account? Joe Jonas? Joe, is that you?
So I woke up in my room and there was like 3 beings.
Us to the 3 beings? Okay, corporations, you need to stop, all right? We get it. You're hip with the young whippersnappers. You know what this means. I actually think the only time I ever see this used anymore is by corporate accounts. So now it's getting kind of like corporate Twitter, trying desperately to seem relatable. That moment when your mom says no more video games. When your mom buys our chips that inflame your stomach lining. Bernard, you are 98 years old. Please retire. I'll stop working when I'm dead. Your left eye fell out again. Yeah. Are you gonna go home now? You.
Do you want to see your planet? And I was like, oh, sorry.
Sorry. You were like, hell yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, let's go.
Why did the ETs visit you just to show you your own planet? They traveled millions and trillions of miles just to show you that. They'd ask if I wanted to see my own planet, and I'd be like, oh no, that's okay. I live here.
I live here. I like whooshed out of my room and was like hovering over the planet, and then all of a sudden they're like, you want to see our planet? And I was like, hell yes! Yeah. Then I whooshed to this like pink and purple planet that I've never seen. But
okay, so I googled pink and purple planets after this just because I wanted to see if one actually exists, and it does. This one is called GJ504b, which is crazy because that's my brother's name too. It's 57 light years from Earth, is about the same size as Jupiter, and it's a gas planet. I doubt this was the home of the ETs that visited Demi just because it's literally made up of poisonous gas. I don't know, maybe they can survive the environment because they're also made of gas, like my brother. That's basically the end of the interesting part of this interview, but I wanted to check out the show if I could. It came out the end of September.
I had this crazy experience that happened to me in Joshua Tree.
Jesus Christ, why is the like ratio so bad? Can someone tell me what I'm missing? I don't remember. Like, why is Demi so disliked? Did they do something? Demi Lovato has apologized after starting a public feud with the Big Chill, a frozen yogurt shop in Los Angeles. Oh, it was the froyo.
It was this bright light. It kind of moved in like these weird ways that a plane wouldn't move.
I hate to be this person, but this doesn't look real. See how the stars keep moving after the camera stops moving? It just looks strange. Anyway, I'm sorry. I said I was gonna try and have an open mind, and I've been shitting on everything in this video.
My goal is to find out what really happened.
That looks like a gnat.
That looks like a bird.
What if extraterrestrials aren't traveling light years to visit us? What if they're already here waiting for us to reach out?
So, like a ghost? Is that a spirit box? Don't you use that to try and talk to ghosts? So it kind of just looks like they're going to be doing a lot of stargazing and yoga. No, sorry, that's a singing bowl. Still don't see how that applies, really. It really looks like a ghost hunting show, but they just throw the word UFO in there every few minutes.
UFO experiencer.
Demi Lovato serenades extraterrestrial entities, as you do.
Carmen? We just got here.
Again, this seems like a ghost hunting contraption. Paranormal investigator, right there. So I guess we're just lumping ETs and ghosts together. I feel like those are vastly different categories. Like the concept of an alien show is interesting because I've never really seen that before, but this just looks and feels exactly like a ghost hunting show, and about 3.8 million of those already exist. They're like cop shows. I watched one episode of NCIS in 2013, and now I never have to watch one ever again.
Have you seen anything like ETs here or UFOs? Star people?
So I guess we're asking the ghosts if they've seen aliens because the aliens, sorry, ETs, wouldn't be able to see them. So ghosts are like makeshift ring cameras in this situation. From what I've seen, ghosts haven't been very open with us, like about what the afterlife is like or what they do in their ghostly spare time. So I just don't know if this is when they would decide to open up to us. What's your name? Were you murdered? Are you in this room with us right now? Have you seen aliens? Dude, yes. Okay, I was in the bathroom taking a ghost shit, right?
Ask her if they're here, if there are star people here right now.
Are there star people here right now?
They probably explain this in the full episode, but I'm trying to figure out what kind of equipment this is. This article just ominously calls it the radio, but it looks like it might be some kind of proximity detector based off of my extensive research on Google Images, which would mean that every time this goes off, it's just because the ghost is stepping closer to them and then stepping back. Are there any star people here right now? Are you a star people?
Carmen, are you a star person?
Maybe it's because we're in the room, because, you know, they don't like men,
She doesn't like
supposedly.
men, and I get it.
Do you want us to maybe do a little experiment and step in another room while you take over?
What do you mean? Y'all have been here this whole time and she's been talking just fine.
Did you not want to say anything else because the boys were in here?
The ghost is not saying yes. She's saying, okay, I can clearly see them right there. They just turned around the corner. I may be a ghost, but I'm not f***ing blind.
Okay. She has trauma.
She does?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How do you
And that's why she doesn't like men.
Okay, I respect that. I respect that.
Totally.
What are these reactions? Can you imagine like going on a third date with someone and you open up about your trauma and they're like, okay, I respect that. I respect that. I do. Are you gonna pick up the check? I mean, I'm so sorry about that. I mean, that sucks, dude, but I don't get paid until Friday.
Maybe if you sing a song as an offering, we could come back in the room.
Oh, yeah. Okay. If I sing you a song, can my friends come back in the room?
Okay, now y'all are just making up rules as you go. This is like trying to watch third graders play a game of tag.
There you go.
What the fuck is that? Is that a knife? Call the police, we're witnessing assault. Demi proceeds to sing Skyscraper to an extraterrestrial ghost. They didn't really specify. And then bam, there's actually what appears to be another man in the doorway over there. So the singing transaction they just did is null and void. I personally would not watch this show. Based on the preview and the clips that I've seen, I would rate it a ghost shit out of 10. It seems very over exaggerated and kind of cliche. I guess the audience would be Demi fans. I don't really know who else it would appeal to. If you're wondering why there's no green screen edits in this video, it's because I ordered a new one because my current one
is ass.
I'm really trying to exert the least amount of energy possible into
into filming, kind of like the producers of this show. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.
Stop, don't eat that. Who are you? Are you me from the future? I'm that sandwich in the future. My lunch? My name is X-A12. Okay, but what does that have to do with my sandwich? X-A-B, I'm sorry, what was it? It was X-A12. Look, if you eat that sandwich, the world is done for. Okay. X-Ford F-150. Do you have a nickname? Absolutely not. Okay, vitamin B12. I feel like you just want to steal my food. Why would I need to steal your food? My dad is Elon Musk. Okay, well, don't do this. Ha! I knew it wouldn't. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. Not really. Is it welcome back though? Is it really? Or is this the first time you're here? Or do you think it's the first time you've been here, but it was actually the last time you were here, and you're looking back at a version of yourself in a parallel universe, and you're actually about— Okay, that's enough. I'm sorry. We're watching time traveling TikToks today. I've recently stumbled upon a new side of TikTok that I much prefer over the endless bodyguard POVs, which I'm still getting a lot of, by the way. And there's a lot going on over there. Time traveling being just one of the many stuffs. We've got conspiracy TikToks, horror TikToks, those scary underwater videos that I hate but cannot stop watching. I think it's because I have zero knowledge of what's actually down there. So you could show me a picture of any weird looking creature and tell me it was from a deep level of the sea and I would believe you. Hey Chad, check out this new creature they found at the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, that checks out. May 27th, 2021. Well, it was a Thursday, so that's pretty big. No, wait, they were right. They were right. It was National Great Popsicle Day. Damn it.
I missed it.
That gives you a pretty decent idea of what these TikToks are, though. It's a faceless creator, usually, making these really bold claims, trying to convince people that they're time travelers, which kind of reminds me of that person around March of last year who made that TikTok claiming to be psychic and saying that we were going to have a vaccine by April and everything was going to be back to normal in a couple months. And it's so funny to me because now she's just making like TikTok dances. How do you come back from that? Like nothing ever happened. Oh yes, I can see it now. You're gonna die tomorrow. What? How? I'm seeing a boat or a car or a heart attack.
2 days later.
Hey, you said I was gonna die yesterday. Oh. I spent all my savings and I gave my house to my brother, and he's a dick. He's not gonna give it back. What are you doing? Are you doing TikTok dances right now? Yes. Okay, so far this is just the plot of Chosen Ones by Veronica Roth, the one who wrote Divergent. I really hope when the world ends, it's not structured like a Veronica Roth novel. The world is in shambles, and I'm the only one who can fix it. I'm a normal, everyday girl who's gonna be played by a stunning, flawless actress. I'm not like everyone else. I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in. Because I actually don't remember what her special ability was. I guess she could just dream. Well, I'm Tris. My boyfriend's name is a numerical value, and I can dream pretty good. Jesus, Serene Coin and aliens within 2 years? I wonder what's next. I bet it's gonna be awful. Oh my god, an earthquake. Not gonna lie, it kind of pales in comparison to full-on aliens. Okay, so we're getting superpowers again. I'm pretty sure if the world were to end anytime soon, it wouldn't be nearly as interesting as these people seem to think it would be. Like, our superpowers would probably be us being able to sit in the tub for longer without our skin getting as pruny, or like all of us being able to eat peanuts. Hold on, a T-Rex egg? Like they found a T-Rex egg and the device, they just happened to be in the same area, or the device was inside the T-Rex egg? Because that's a very confusing way to make a groundbreaking discovery. What is that? I think it's a dinosaur egg. No way, dude, that is so cool. Oh wait, no it's not. Oh, darn it. Not just a dinosaur egg. What? This is a device that opens a portal to a parallel universe. Whoa, that's like way cooler. I know, right?
The following video was sent to me via email by a time traveler from the year 2026. This is what the email said. The video I sent you shows a time traveler meeting up with an interdimensional robotic being. Pay attention to the man dressed in black. They exchange a few words and talk about the fate of the universe, including Earth. And then, just as fast as the robotic being appears, it disappears. Okay, aside from this being some of the greatest editing I've ever seen, how would you know what they're talking about? There's no audio, they're not mic'd up. They could be talking about something totally normal, like their Subway orders, or Will Smith. I can't tell if this page is actually a conspiracy page or if they're just trolling, because they made a video saying we should stop drinking grape soda because it's killing the planet. I've mentioned grapes twice more than I thought I would in a video about time travelers. The following is a video that was sent to me by a time traveler who claims to be in the year 2059. In the year 2059 is very hot because the Earth has no protection over it. The sun rays go directly down to Earth and actually affect dramatically the world's population. When I asked him why send the video footage to us, he replied to me, because in order to save humanity, you must stop everything that you are doing. Please stop drinking grape soda. We can't get any more detail on that. Just stop drinking it. As far as sodas that have the power to eradicate humankind, grape soda wouldn't have been my first guess. It would have been root beer. That shit is rancid. There's no way it isn't destroying the ozone. When humans reached the moon for the first time, they did encounter some of the Marchulians. And in fact, humans mixed with Marchulians and had babies. Those babies went back to Earth on a secret capsule. This whole account is just really bad CGI or a screen grab of a futuristic looking video game while he talks over it about something bizarre that happens in the future. Yeah, so whenever you want a burger, you can grab these packets with a picture of a burger on it, right, and put it in a future microwave. Wow. And then bam, what do you have? I'm gonna guess a burger. Wrong, it's Jeffrey Bezos. So I think we've learned enough about what huge events are gonna take place, but what about future technologies? Are we gonna have flying cars soon, or the internet in our brains? Or maybe ankle socks that don't end up around your toes?
I brought this. Do you know what this is?
Looks like a pen to me.
Well, that's where you'd be wrong. This is actually a stabilizer or anti-stabilizer. So if I were to put this on your head, it would destabilize your brain and just kill you.
None of that. We just get slightly more dangerous pens.
Do you have any other type of technology?
Let me see. Do you know what this is?
No, I don't know what that is at all.
Alright, so this, if you throw it, it can destroy a whole universe.
I love how it seems like they didn't plan this at all and they're just improvising, because as far as things that I think would be difficult to make up on the spot, the entire future of our planet is pretty high up on the list.
Do you know what this is? This contains all the DNA from other extraterrestrials during my time.
Wow.
It's off right now.
Oh, thank God it's off.
But if I were to turn it on per se, I could go through all
I think you just turned it on though.
the extraterrestrials, and I just slap it like this. I get their DNA, I turn it into them, and I have all their powers.
That comes in handy for like if you have to fight someone.
Yes.
If you have to fight someone, that's the most appropriate situation you could come up with. You know how when you get into a fist fight at a bar and you just
summon all the aliens in the universe?
Hey, that's my seat. No, it's not. Yes, it is. What are you? Jesus Christ, dude. Okay, you can have the seat.
This mini thing right here,
it's from the future.
Believe it or not, it's from the future. It's my time travel device. So it's $100. It's a mini time travel, and after like 10 uses, it gets wasted of all its energy.
So just to recap, in the future, our time machines will look like Samsung battery packs, and inflation is going backwards. $100 for a literal time machine that you can only get 10 uses out of before it dies. Like a vibrator you bought from Wish.
We have this special energy, and it involves dark matter. It's $100. You have to squeeze it, then you have to turn it on, obviously, and then you can go back anywhere, back in time, any place you want, and you go there.
They're so good at making detailed backstories for random items on their desk. It's a talent, honestly. So this looks like a plastic skull, right?
Yeah, it does.
Well, that's where you're wrong.
Oh.
This is actually the key to our entire universe.
Oh, wow.
Because in the future, our entire universe is a fishbowl.
Oh.
So if you sing the ABCs into it, you get telekinesis.
That's incredible.
There's no going back after watching this. What if I told you that the world around you isn't real, but an illusion? This information will become public in 2071, but I am here to tell you the truth early. There are those who are aware of this today, and we call them wanderers. Wanderers are capable of lifting the curtain and seeing the world for what it truly is. Wanderers are also capable of seeing into the future, and a select few can even time travel. And I am one of them.
Some of you might recognize Arya from my kids' content on TikTok video. I'm not sure how well she'd be able to time travel, considering she's afraid of LED lights and advertising products to children in an ethical way. I guess this is a thing now, like this is a new genre on TikTok that's apparently profitable. These videos get a lot of attention and everybody wants a piece of the time traveling pie. I like to imagine they have weekly meetings where they congregate and discuss how to manipulate people online, but they aren't very good at it. Guys, I don't think people believe we're time travelers. What? What if we stopped using the same super dramatic music over all of our TikToks? Michael, what is that? Like a joke? Tell them an insane event is going to happen and give them a very specific date of when it's going to happen. But what if nothing happens on the date we give them? Something always happens on a day, Michael. Always happens on a day. Detail is our top priority. Anyway, like I was saying, tell them we're all gonna get powers from the sun. Oh, what kind of powers, by the way? Super ones. It's not very detailed. Get him the fuck out. I hope you guys learned something today. If you didn't, wait until we've invented time machines, transport to about 10 to 15 minutes ago, and then watch this video again. Or just replay the video. That would probably be easier. But I'm gonna call it there. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.